Hey everyone, welcome to the Honeyflow talk show every Wednesday night. This is going to be a bit different because we are streaming a lot later than my regular show. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have, basically, I don't get a chance to interview too many non DJs, which I'm excited about because we get a different perspective as well. She does an amazing show. She's an amazing person inside out. It's this girl, Xtina. She does a playlist show every Friday night, of course, at 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys check her out. She's from Boston. She's definitely become a regular on my show. It's been a pleasure and a lot of fun having her. All the jokes. And one thing that I love about this girl, Xtina, is I don't think she knows this, but like she's got a good sense of humor. And I mean, I don't want to butter her up too much, but I appreciate that she enjoys like kind of like my quirky, weird sense of humor. Some people might get a little annoyed if you're like stealing pictures, posting her picture. And that's what I do. Sometimes I do that on the Honey Flow show. And I love how she just rolls with some of the shenanigans that I kind of create. And she's been kind of shoved in a car trunk and, shoved in some of my scenes as well. So this is why she calls me a stalker. I can be a little bit of a stalker. I will admit that I can. So let's bring this girl, Xtina, back. We're just on Instagram, guys. We're going to bring her back on the show. We're going to ask her questions like and pretend like we just saw each other for the first time too. So let's bring her. Let's bring her in. Hey, how's it
Hey,
going?
I'm ready for my interrogation.
Exactly. It's going to be a nice interrogation, though. I'm pretty excited. I didn't
And
really want to.
to butter me up.
Yeah, I didn't want to put you too much on the spot, but you do look great. Yeah, I really
Thank
don't.
you.
You guys think? Listen, everyone in the chat room, if you think this girl Xtina looks pretty smoking today, if I knew she was going to dress up like that, then I should have dressed up.
I'm
Put some
not
hearts.
really dressed up.
Put some heart. Well, it looks like you are. Nice,
It's
nice
a
outfit.
t-shirt. It's like a t-shirt. I
Oh,
got
it's very
leggings and
cute.
slippers on. Trust
Oh,
me. I'm
yeah, I
wearing
got slippers and
slippers.
leggings on too, actually. Um, but your hair and everything looking all good.
Thank
So
you.
put some hearts in the chat if you think she's looking pretty smoking today, guys. Put some hearts in the chat for her.
She
Hey,
always harasses me.
I do. Hey, Kelmac, it's great to see you. How you doing? Thanks for coming through too. Kelmac's a new mod of mine too. He's from Chicago, and I'm really excited to have him like on the show as well. We got Derek in the building. Jen B, came from Instagram as well. Purplicious.
So Derek T is Derek Tuggle. That was just on D Tuggle.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
he's the same person. That's the same person. There's DJ. So it's a lot of the same people. Welcome, Kelmac, to the shenanigans. Can I just
Exactly.
tell you something really funny before we get started?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
One of your one of your past videos on your page, the screen, the thumbnail of is my flyer that you made.
Oh, is it?
So every time I go to your page, I see my own face.
Hey, that's great. That's good, you know? I'm posting Christina's face everywhere, guys. Like, I loved the video I did with you with the flyer. I was pretty proud of myself, I must admit. And I'm just like, the song tonight is perfect. It's just such a great song for you and the way you look. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, you need to be in that movie. Think like a man. There you go. I guess because I've had Michael Ealy on my mind a lot. So that's why I pulled up that song.
Yeah, because you kept having him in your stream the other. I saw
Yeah, I
that.
can't. I
Isn't he
know.
married too?
He probably is married. They all are married. Anyone I'm looking at these days, oh, I shouldn't say that. Not everyone I'm looking at is married, but I do pull up some actors that tend to be married. Hey, Suzette, how you doing? AKA Black Queen in the building. She's on a flight to Dubai, so I'm actually very surprised she's in my room right now. Are you at the airport? What the heck? Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you as well. Make sure you talk to the pilot for me or something when you get on the flight, Suzette. We got Blue Lighting in the building. Who else? DJ Mai Tai. I'm curious to see if you watched the game Mai Tai. I'm pretty sure you did. Let's see. Oh, yes, she is. She's at the airport. Okay, cool. And we got Kelmac. So, for all you guys that missed it, this girl Xtina is from Boston. So we were talking a little bit on Instagram about Boston, and I was curious also, like, so you said you were born or you came there when you're 4 years old, right? Like in
Yes.
Boston. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't born here.
And you don't live like right in the city. How far do you live like from, I guess, the city center of Boston?
I don't even know what we consider the city center because there are multiple sort of centers. There isn't just like one place. I am I am 1 mile, like 1 mile from the border
Hmm.
of Boston, but I'm about 4 miles, 4 to 5 miles from sort of the financial district, which is where I currently work. Um, but yeah, I mean, but Boston is it's small, but it's still big. I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta check actually the population in that. I'm very curious. Just want to say my condolences. I saw that message right there, Blue Lighting Official as well, for your friend. I hope you're doing okay, Blue Lighting, too. If everyone could put up some hearts in the chat for Blue Lighting, that would be awesome. Throw up some hearts in the chat for them as well. Um,
Mistress Beats.
yeah, I think DJ Mai Tai say, of course, she was watching the game. And also, welcome everyone on Facebook and YouTube as well. All you guys that aren't familiar, we're on Twitch right now. If you guys want to see the comments, then definitely make your way over to Twitch to make sure everyone in the room adds this girl, Xtina. She does an amazing playlist show every Friday night, too. So I'm just looking here too. And if you guys have any questions, definitely drop them in the chat. It's not just me. So we're kind of talking a little bit on Instagram how you got started, like musically. Like, how old would you say you were when you kind of first started? Like you said, you were always interested in music, but were you making like mixtapes when you were younger at all?
I mean, I used to sit on the floor. My father had a record player, and I used to sit on the floor and I used to play his records. Like some of my youngest memories we're just playing. I used to listen to like his Peebo Bryson and Teddy Pendergrass and Bernadette Peters. And then at one point we had the Evita sound, the original Broadway recording with Patti LuPone and Mandy Patinkin. I was listening to that. I mean, I was listening to the Pointer Sisters. I his albums. I just always listened to um, since I learned how to work a record player.
Wow. So your father really had good like musical taste from what you're like the songs and the records you're talking about. Like he must have had really, really, really good taste, obviously, with the artists and
Yes,
everything. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
My
awesome.
father's a huge. My father loves music, so I think I got it. A lot of it from him.
Yeah, that's awesome. And did he ever DJ or no? Just buy
No,
records?
no,
Oh,
no. He just
okay.
listened. He's of that age where that's how you listen to music. It wasn't
Hmm.
just a DJ thing.
Oh yeah, I know. It was like definitely records and
My
stuff.
father's 79 years old, so
Aw.
he uh
Yeah,
he
that's
grew up on
awesome.
album on, but that was how you listen to music, you
Yeah,
know. But I
exactly.
made mixtapes off the radio. I used to have a pink boombox, like the double thing, and I would record but I didn't just record the songs off the radio and play them on a tape. I would record them on one side, and then on another tape I would then be able to edit it so that it didn't have like, if I accidentally caught the DJ talking, or if I ran it too long, I would use the two things so that I could fix it so that my songs were just song after song after song after song. Because I would sit like up on New Year's Eve and record the countdown
Hmm.
the whole night, and then I would pick the songs I wanted and make mixtapes off of that.
Isn't that crazy? Do you have like any of your mixtapes still?
I think I do, but they're in storage.
Yeah, I have lots of mixtapes. Like I still have all that VHS tapes and then normal mix. Those Memorex, is it Memorex or something? Tapes.
Memorex,
Yeah.
Maxell,
Yeah. Yeah, that's
all the
awesome.
brands.
Hey Tracy.
TDK.
Tracy Renee, good to see you as well. So good to see you the other day on video too. It was nice like seeing your, I think that was the first time I saw your face on video. So it was great seeing you. How are you guys doing? Definitely leave, comments in the chat for this girl, Xtina, as well, too, if you guys have any questions, because you guys know her best. You guys seem to have known her way before Twitch and everything. A lot of people in this room.
There's
So
nobody in here that has known me before.
no, before Twitch. Okay, well, you guys
Well,
must have,
before Twitch, yes, but not before Instagram.
yeah, you guys must have something on her. You must have something on this girl, Xtina. So definitely leave
And
any
there's some
questions.
people that I've met in person too in the chat. So
Oh yeah, who have you met in person in the chat?
Purplelicious, I just met her like a week ago,
Oh,
2 weeks ago.
nice. That was
Let's
Brax's event. Brax
Yeah,
in
Brax's event.
Florida.
Purplelicious was there.
Mhm.
Derek T, I've met in real life. Reese, I've met in real life. Miss Triz Beats, I've met in real life. Jen B, DJ Mai Tai.
Oh wow.
I've met them.
You
We've all met in real life since
how many Twitch
since meeting on the internet.
Yeah, how many Twitch meetups have you actually gone to as well? And where have you gone?
So I went to one in Atlanta. That was a small one. I went to one in I was in Atlanta for Club Quarantine first, and I met some people from Twitch. And then I went back a few weeks later for a different meetup and met some more people. I went to DJ Classics had a meetup in Maryland. I went to that, and that's where I met Mistress Beats. I went to LA for Club Quarantine also, and met up with some Twitch folks while I was out there. So I was there for other reasons, but I met Jay Trey, I met Diva929, I met a Gem B, but I actually know Gem B from Club Quarantine before Twitch. So
Okay. So for all you guys I don't know, Club Quarantine is with what, DJ D Nice?
yes,
How many people like were there? Is it really, really big, like really massive? His events?
at his events. Well, so it was the Hollywood Bowl, sold out Hollywood Bowl. There was Prospect Park and in New York, and then I can't remember the place in Atlanta. So there, anywhere from 6,000 to I think Hollywood Bowl's like 13,000.
Wow. That is insane. Like he's
And
grown so much. It's so crazy, you know? Wow.
mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. Yeah. I know that's what I was saying, Purplelicious. I
I'm
feel like
not a
this girl,
star.
she is a celebrity. Okay, guys. We don't have the status like this girl, Xtina. I feel like she can be a little mini celebrity. For sure. Everyone
I'm
knows your name around
definitely
Twitch.
not a celebrity.
Tracy,
Far from it.
Tracy, I like how she's so humble. Tracy Renee, okay, have a great night. Thanks for coming through. We appreciate you. I just want to mention a few people in the room too. Cynthia Fong, great to see you. And also Disco Darren, they do awesome talk shows as well. Sometimes I lurk on Cynthia Fong's show, and she definitely has creative, interesting questions on her talk show. So make sure you guys add her. And also Disco Darren spices it up all the time on his talk show, has a barbershop type of nights, and for the ladies and the women, for the men too. So definitely check Disco Darren out too. So great to see you guys here as well. We got Clarky in the building too. Thanks for coming through, and Cal Mac. So Club Quarantine. Wow, that's a lot. Now you have a few stories, right? Like I was just curious if you've ever actually met some celebrities. I know you have. There's been a few that you have. I
I
thought
mean,
that was
yeah,
cool.
I've met a bunch of people like after concerts and things like that, or at concerts over the years. I met D Nice at the New Kids on the Block concert in
Mhm.
Boston. I met Donnie Wahlberg for like the 100th time at the D Nice concert in New York. Um, I've met all the new kids because I went on. So the new kids have like an annual cruise that they do.
Yeah.
So I went on a couple of the cruises in the early years of the cruises. So you do like a meetup with them while you're there. And on one of the cruises, Naughty by Nature was also there. So I met some of the guys from Naughty by Nature.
Oh, that'd be
Um,
so cool. Yeah, that'd be dope for
and
sure.
then down in Connecticut, there's a casino called Foxwoods,
Hmm.
and they have a lot of concerts there. So we go there. I used to go there all the time for concerts, and they do a lot of like '90s concerts. Like
Hmm.
now, I haven't gone in like 5 or 6 years, but say 10 years ago, we used to go all the. I used to go all the time. So I've met like like Casey and JoJo, and Case, and Albie
Oh
Shore.
man, I need to roll with you. I need to roll with
They
you.
when you go to these small venues for a thing,
Yeah,
they
it's
go to the bar
easier.
afterwards and they hang
Yeah.
out. And so you're just everybody's in the bar hanging out when you just meet everybody. It's not like, or they're in the same hotel with you.
Yeah.
I met like what is their name? Color Me Bad in an elevator because they were in the same
Wow.
hotel with me.
Crazy.
It's not like anybody who was at these events could have met them because they were just in the same hotels with you, and you didn't even have to stalk them like you do.
Yeah, stalking, stalking.
They
Actually,
just were there.
you know what's crazy? I don't really stalk artists because I come from a radio background. So I have interviewed different artists back in the day. I remember meeting Jazzy Jeff and Naughty by Nature. I just do funny things. Like you would laugh at me. Like, for example, I remember Naughty by Nature being in a room upstairs. You could just imagine they're in this corporate room and there's like a million women around this table. They only called up women in this room. There was no men in this room. So guess what Honeyflow does? I walk right up to, I think it was Tretch from Naughty by Nature. And there's
Yeah.
all these women like goo goo gaga over Naughty by Nature, ready to, I don't know what they're ready to do, but they're just sitting in this room with him. And he was like a king at the end of the table. And it was a
Oh God.
conference room, and all these women, there was about 50 women in that room, sitting in the room in chairs. And I remember walking right up to Tretch from Naughty by Nature, and I said, "Hey, man, you did a really good show." And I gave him a handshake. Like at first, he's like, "Hey," he's like this to me, "Hey, how you doing?" You know what I mean? And I
Yeah, and you're
literally
like,
just I went right up to him, I'm like, "Hey, man, you did a great show," and kind of high fived him and gave him a handshake. And he was so startled. He was so like, "What the heck?" And then I said, "Okay, have a good night," and I walked out. And downstairs, do you know the guys that you probably would know because you know your music, but there's these rappers that were on Jean A, Hey Mr. DJ.
yeah.
I think they were, oh, if you guys remember those rappers, I think it was Rodham Rascals. Or I think it was Rodham Rascals. This guy had a scar on his face, and I remembered that. But they do a little intro on "Hey Mr. DJ" by Jean
Hmm.
A, and they're like, "Is he with me?" "Oh yeah," and then I can't rap obviously, but they
My
they do
my my
something like
music
that.
knowledge is not that
Okay.
good
So
to
I
become.
went up and I recognized, because I always watch, because I'm a nerd, I always watch videos from the 90s. And I remembered the guy's scar on his face. And so then I started rapping his song back to him. And then he started laughing. He's like, "Oh my gosh." He's like, "Girl." And then all these guys are standing there like, "Who is this? Like, who is this?" But I knew who those guys were because I would always play them on my VHS tape with Jean A.
I may have done something similar to DNA on
Yeah.
a Zoom.
Yeah.
Uh,
And they started laughing. They're like, "You're a hip hop girl." And they're all cracking up. Like it was just one of those moments. But I'll never forget Tretch's face. He looked very confused when I walked out. I was like, "Yeah, you did good show, man. Okay, see ya. Gotta go. Bye. It's like midnight here. I'm leaving." you know, I've done that a lot. I kind of did something like that to Jazzy Jeff too, but we won't go into that because he's on Twitch. So we won't go into that story. But there are some crazy stories. Have you had any crazy stories with like anything kind of funny like that? Any stories meeting, some of these people, or no? Just like,
are you trying to get me to tell the Donnie Wahlberg story?
yeah, why not? Go for it.
So I don't know. This was a while, like a long time ago now. I mean, it was after they reunited, right? So they reunited, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, and got back together. And I was on the very first cruise that I went on. I think it was their second or their third cruise. I'm not sure. But back then, Donnie had a radio show on this place called Cherry Tree Radio, which was an internet radio station, and it was called The Back Rub. And he played slow jams, R&B slow jams, kind of like, some of the Twitch DJs do, like the late night kind of more explicit slow jams, like Quiet Storm, but
Like explicit, well, it wouldn't be Jodeci because I don't
body
feel like
roll
they're very
music,
explicit.
body
Like
roll music.
Jodeci, like
Yeah, like
Fiona,
Jodeci,
Feenan
like
in
that
that?
kind of stuff.
Or would it be
And
more
maybe
like Genuine, like Pony? Probably Pony.
both
Oh,
probably.
okay.
But it was sort of, but it was, and he used to talk. He would talk in the Quiet Storm voice, and he would do talk about some things, kind of like he would. There was a joke about, the ladies would need ShamWows because they were moist, and it just was like very, very cheeky and very funny, right?
Yeah.
Um, so he used to do this on the radio, and it was actually really hilarious. Um,
Sounds like Maxwell. I was
and
surprised
then, and
Maxwell
so
show.
on the cruise, when you go on like a themed cruise like this, instead of having the normal events on the cruise where you have like the show, and they're all replaced by like the new kids. So they, like, the new kids have a game show, but each of the individual artists also do like their own thing. Like they have like sing with Joey and play poker with Donnie. Well, Donnie would have the back rub live in person in the nightclub. And
Oh,
he was recently divorced and not with Jenny
really?
yet.
Really?
So he would bring girls on stage and feed them strawberries, and everybody was in their bathrobes he was wearing like the bathrobe from like the cruise ship. And he did this thing where he said, okay, everybody in the room close their eyes. And so we all closed our eyes, and then he starts walking around the room. And next thing I know, he's standing right in front of me,
Oh
and he's
no.
got a bottle of whipped cream.
Oh no.
So he puts whipped cream on me, fills up my mouth, puts whipped cream on me, and licks it off of me.
Really? Are you serious? Donnie Wahlberg?
Yes.
Wow. You don't strike me as someone to get really embarrassed much or shy. I don't know.
Um,
I don't know if you do or if you are, but you definitely don't strike me as that.
I think if I had known it was going to happen, I would have panicked and been really shy
Oh,
and
for
like
sure.
nervous about it. But
Yeah.
because it was just like it just happened, it was just like, what?
You're like, what am I going to do now? All right.
Like if he had called me down to the stage and I had to like walk down to the stage and like go onto I would have been like, you know,
Yeah.
because I can't I do have some. I was a shy kid. I'll say that.
Really?
But
You
yeah.
don't strike me as a shy kid whatsoever, you
Oh,
know?
I was really shy, and I have some tendencies still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think, yeah, I guess I could see. Yeah. What would you consider yourself like? Actually, I can't figure that out. I feel like you're a mix, introverted and
I'm a mix.
extroverted.
I'm definitely a
Yeah.
mix.
Yeah, you strike
Yeah.
me as that for sure. Yeah.
I scale more on the extrovert side than the introvert side, but I also like, I can work from home and be by myself and not be around people,
Yeah,
for periods of time.
for sure.
And sometimes sometimes being around people energizes me, sometimes it tires me out. Like I can get both.
Yeah. That
So
is quite the story though. Like I think you have topped meeting any artist. Like that is quite the story for sure. So then you said it was on the boat cruise, right? The boat cruise
yes.
thing. So then when you're walking around the boat cruise like the next day or a couple days later, did everyone recognize you? Like,
Oh
that's
no,
the whipping
no.
cream girl right there. I
No,
would
because I
definitely
mean,
do that to you.
it wasn't just me that had things happen to
Yeah,
them.
it would be
Like
like
he
a lot
brought
of people.
girls up on stage and like
Yeah, I think we
kind of a little Magic Mikey, but not
wow.
not he wasn't stripping or anything, but like how like they pulled the guy, they pulled like the girl in their lap and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he did
I know
some
that.
things like that. Fed a girl strawberries, chocolate covered strawberries, gave her champagne. So like there was a few things that happened that were, and it was kind of a dark room, so like I don't know if you would know who the girl was, and it wasn't the whole
Oh,
and it wasn't the whole ship in this event. It was only so they literally were just handing out bracelets in front of the nightclub.
Oh,
You had to
wow.
like reach in and grab one, and I
Yeah,
happened to get one.
yeah,
My one, two,
for
three,
sure. Well, hey,
six.
DJ Chanel B, how you doing? Here's another celebrity in the room. We're in
She is
aisle
a
5 right
celebrity.
now. We are not in aisle 2 right now, Chanel B. We're in aisle 5. Aisle 5, entanglement section with, this girl, Xtina. She's talked about her entanglement over here a little bit. With Mark Wahlberg, New Kids on the
Donnie,
Block.
Not Mark,
Oh,
Donnie.
oh, Donnie,
Donnie
okay.
Wahlberg, not Mark.
But then again, DJ Chanel B is just as bad too. I've seen her on Instagram with going to, massages and saying she supports certain businesses. We see her Instagram videos, because I watch, I'm a bit of a stalker too. So I've
I'm
seen
actually waiting for her to respond to my whisper because
Chanel B's a little spicy one too there. So how you doing, DJ Jonah? Good to see you. DJ Hams, good to see you. I just subbed you so you don't have to get any commercials anymore. He's always telling me commercials, commercials, get them out of here. I'm like, no, I want to leave them in. It buys you maybe a hot chocolate once a month or something. I don't know. How you doing, DJ Prodigy? We got another celebrity in the building, guys. You met
yeah, I've
Prodigy,
met DJ Prodigy
right?
a couple of times.
Couple
Yeah,
times,
he was
yeah.
just down in Sofila with us. Yeah, and
Prodigy
I met him. I
seems
met
like a
him
lot
at
of fun.
the meetup we had in Maryland too.
Oh, really? Yeah, he seems like
Yeah,
a lot of fun in person. Like
he is.
I love how he dances and Diva 929. I feel like they're like the best dancers on Twitch. And
Yeah,
Sega Night as well. I think I saw some
Sega the Black
videos.
Knight, DJ
Yeah.
Sega the Black Knight. Yeah, they had
Yeah,
a
I
dance
was
off. They had a
surprised.
dance
I
off
I
in
didn't know he could dance like that. I was like, "Oh," and who else? There was a few other guys in there that were really good dancers, in that video.
um
That was Brax's event, right?
yeah, Sofila.
Yeah. So, exactly. I don't know. How you doing, Prodigy?
If you're
Good to see
not
you.
following Chanel B on TikTok, where she does all her TikTok dances, you're missing out. Hey DJ
Exactly.
Jonah, hey Prod, hey everybody, hey
TikTok's a
DJ
lot of
Hams.
fun. Great to see you guys. DJ Jonah, Prodigy, Chanel B, all you guys, Jen B, DJ Miss Triss Beats. I love your DJ name, by the way. I really like that. Miss Triss Beats. Sounds so smooth. Oh, there we go. There's the other good dancer in the building.
There's
Diva
Diva
929. We were
929, that's
just
my
You
sis.
must have had some ears. You probably just heard us. We were just talking about you. I really want to see a versus battle. I hope you guys can do that. Diva 929 and DJ Prodigy. I really, really want to see if you guys do a stream together. You guys should do a dance off stream. Like I literally do not know who would win that battle because they're both really, really good dancers. I love watching them. I'm very good at body rolling. I really need to learn someday from you guys. Let's see. Oh, Chanel B's like my
She's
dancers
like,
aren't
oh nope, I'm
comparable
not
to them.
battling him. Nope, nope.
But she can battle. You can battle with the mixtapes. I can't battle with the mixtape, Chanel B. So you can battle anyone with your mixtapes. That's for sure. Yeah. So that's interesting. Some of those stories too. With do you have like kind of a favorite concert that you've gone to that you remember? Because I know you've probably gone to a lot over the years.
Two of them probably. I saw Prince
Ooh, yes.
on the Musicology tour. And that was really dope. And then the closest you'll get, I see you, Diva. Uh,
Oh, Diva says I'm not
their
battling
body
him.
roll
No.
emotes.
Honestly, I think Diva and like Prodigy are very, very equal when it comes to dancing. Like they really are good dancers. I'm not even just saying that. When I watch them, I'm like, I don't know who would win that battle. You guys should do different. You should do a battle with each other. Anyways,
What was I saying?
so
God.
you're saying about the concert? Favorite
Oh, and
concert?
then just recently I went down to Vegas to see Silk Sonic.
Oh, okay, cool.
Super, super dope. Like
Yeah.
that's
Have you gone
my most favorite recent one. And then,
Have you gone to like Guns N' Roses or any like when it comes to rock? Have you gone to any? of those type. I'd like to actually go to one of their concerts, like something like
I
just
don't think
rock
I've
or
been to
something different.
any rock concerts.
No, been to Rod Stewart. He put on a good show,
I've
really good
been to
show.
like Hall and Oates, and I've been to Hall and Oates, and I saw a Culture Club.
Okay, yeah,
That's
wow.
probably as um I've seen like artists because like they used to have free concerts on Boston City Hall Plaza, and it was like a mix of people. Like
Hmm.
Robbie Neville, I saw Robbie Neville.
Okay, yeah.
I saw MC Brains.
Hmm. That's
There
funny.
was this group called For Fun that was from Boston that I saw. Yeah, I've been to a
Okay.
lot of. I've been to a ton of shows, but mostly R&B and hip hop. I would say have been most of my concerts.
So which leads me, what would be like your favorite genre of music? Would it be hip hop and R&B? You seem pretty versatile though. Like when you listen, it seems like you listen to everything, which is great. But what would be
Yeah,
your favorite genres of
Junior was when
music?
I was a kid, though, not now. I mean, I think they still do stuff, but not like they used to when I was a teenager. What probably R&B.
R&B, yeah.
Yeah, probably
So
R&B.
what would be on like say your 13, if you go back to your 13-year-old self, cassette tape, you go back to that ghetto blaster when you're pressing play and record. You guys are going to know how old we are, but everyone's pretty much our age in this room, I'm pretty sure. What would be on that mixtape if you could think back at
Oh, at
13?
13,
Yeah,
it was probably like all Stevie B and freestyle and
I
expose
love that.
and yeah, I was obsessed with freestyle.
Yeah.
And I was obsessed with salt and pepper.
Oh yeah, salt and pepper. Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
seen them lately? I saw them right before the pandemic, and they're in their 50s, and they sounded exactly how they sound in the
Oh, it was a
90s.
long time ago,
Unbelievable.
Kelmac. It
Yeah.
was a long time ago. See, I don't hide my age like Honeyflow. I'm 47. So yes,
Really?
it
Yeah,
was a
I hide
long
my
time
age.
ago.
Okay, I'll be honest. I'll tell you, guy, I'm 34. So
Liar.
why does everyone laugh at that? I don't look 34. Look, you see some wrinkles coming in, but
It's not even about appearance. It's like,
I
I
didn't
know
realize
how
you were
old you are
47.
based
Oh, do
on
you? You do know how old I am?
not exactly how old you are, but I know the age range that you're in because of the things that you say.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That's
I know
true.
you're younger than me,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know exactly how old you are.
Okay.
Because you
So
talk about certain things being you were in junior high, and I'm like, oh, I was kind of in high school, or I was a freshman in college, or, you know, um,
I think I was in elementary, being 34. Yeah, probably around that
no,
time.
you wouldn't. Such a liar.
I can't help
Anyways,
it.
Casey
it.
Love,
This is the time where you say
and
age
the
ain't nothing
thirsty
but a
16.
number. But it wasn't. Oh, yeah. See, Calmax says, but it wasn't that long ago when you were a teenager, this girl, Xtina.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Ooh,
no, I'm
that's
47.
a nice
So
compliment.
13 was a long time ago. But yeah, I loved, New Edition, obviously, New Kids. Um, but yeah, like freestyle was my jam, the late 80s.
Oh man. Yeah, I definitely miss that. I definitely miss, just that's why I think it's very nostalgic, like just going to, those older concerts. I would say Prince too would be my number one. That was like I don't get mesmerized too much by artists. Like I fangirl some people on Twitch, but like I really got mesmerized by Prince. I was like he is such a performer. I was just in awe. Like just
No, and I love Prince, but like I'm
Mhm.
not like there are people that are like Prince fans, like they are like Prince is my husband. I love Prince. I'm not one of those people. I've always liked Prince. I've always loved his music. I think he's one of the best artists I've ever. He's the best person I've ever seen perform live. I mean,
Yeah.
without a doubt. But I didn't grow up like my sister was more like the huge Prince fan. I was kind of more the Michael. Michael was more my jam, but I liked Prince too, and
Yeah.
um,
That's so true. So
I'm
DJ
not even
Chanel
gonna
B's,
listen.
like, are you
And
an
it's not that I'm
anti?
not a
I'm
Prince
an
fan, but
ace.
I'm just not like I'm obsessed Prince fan, I guess.
Yeah, I was like that too. My friend actually, and this is embarrassing to say because Prince is so good. Oh, and going back to Chanel B. No, I'm a niece. I'm a niece to Chanel B. I'm not an auntie yet. So I'm letting you know that. um, let's see. Let's see. Jonah's like, I'm mature too. What the heck? Twitches says, honey is thirsty. 69, thirsty.
She said you're 69 years old. You're a thirsty 69-year-old, is what she said.
She just likes that number. Gem B's like, who's stalking who? Let's see. I'm just trying to read some of these comments here. Yeah. Prince, I have to admit, and it's kind of embarrassing to say, like my friend had to convince me because I wasn't a huge Prince. I liked a few of his songs. I was like, oh, okay, fine. And she had to convince me to go to his after party. And I think we got in for $20. I convinced the guy at the front door, let me in for $20. We somehow smuggled our way in, and Prince performed till 6 a.m. This was like going back probably 20 years. And I was so mesmerized by him. I'm like, this guy is a true performer, and his band, and even do you see the woman playing like bass guitar behind her head? And it's just crazy, all the instruments they're using at Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even just him playing
Oh yeah.
instruments, never mind the band. No, I mean, I loved it. When I was miserable the day I went to the concert. I was exhausted. I had started a new job, I think on the Monday, and I
Oh
had driven like all these miles around the world. And I had done all this stuff and I was exhausted and I
yeah.
didn't want to be there, but I had tickets and I was going because I paid for those tickets and I wanted to see him. But I would have loved to have crawled into my bed and gone to sleep that night. And from the minute he came on stage, I was just mesmerized and I had the best time. And yeah, it's something I'll never forget.
Yeah, that's true. How do you have did you have like any funny or kind of like worse moments, like either meeting an artist or with music or anything that you could think of? Could even be on Twitch too, any kind of funny or worse moments, for you.
I mean, I've had a ton of funny moments. I mean, there's like too many to like pick one out because there's been just so much. I mean, being on the Hal show and doing the stalker off. So we read stalker lyrics on songs and crack up laughing doing that. Or like on my own stream with Stirs Chatkin with his red light on my
Oh, that was
birthday.
hilarious. That was
Um,
funny.
you
That
know,
was least
uh,
expected. Did you expect that from Stirs? How you doing,
I mean, he
Stirs?
does it every Friday night on my stream, so I guess I'm not. It's not unexpected anymore. But that was really funny on my birthday and having Silver Night come through.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was
that was that. I
awesome.
mean, my birthday was a really, in recent memory, my birthday was, probably one of my favorite nights on Twitch. Um,
Yeah, that was such a great that was actually a lot of fun too. And just watching that and Silver Knight coming on, that was super dope. Speaking of Silver Knight, guys, I'm gonna have him on my talk show next Wednesday. So look out for that. He's a really cool guy, really just down to earth, super dope, and he's killing it on Twitch and off of Twitch. So I'm gonna be having him on my show next week. But
that's awesome.
he did like a whole set for this girl Xtina for her birthday. I thought that was really, really sweet. A lot of you don't really see that too much, like guys just jumping on. Did you even know that he was going to do a set for you that night?
No, no, no.
Wow.
He asked for the link, and I thought he was going to come on and do a shot.
Wow.
Because Silver Night, he's known. Let's do some shots. So I thought he was going to come on and wish me happy birthday and do a shot with me. I didn't think he was going to play music.
Yeah, and he played like music for a
I
long
think I think
time for her.
there's somebody in the chat who might have had some influence on that. But
Oh yeah, who do you think had influence? Let's see. Let's investigate. Who is the person? Do you know?
oh yeah, she's mods
Is
for
it
him. So
Purplicious? Purplicious?
no,
Oh, okay. I don't know who mods for who. We got too many celebrities in our chat, so I don't really know. You know. Hey, roses are red. Great to see you as well. Purplicious.
the one it might be the
There's
one
this
that's
one.
laughing.
Let's see here. I'm trying to scroll these comments. We got Disco Darren.
No, and we're
Marky.
also forever connected because I think he hit partner at the same time as we were celebrating my first Twitch birthday in he doesn't remember this, but I remember this. He came into I know DJ LV's chat, and it was my birthday, and he came in and he had the purple check, and he wasn't streaming that week, so I don't know what day he actually hit partner, but that was the first time he came into. We saw him come into a chat with the purple check, so it was like we were celebrating my birthday, and it sort of became like my birthday and his partner thing all at once, and it was if you've ever been to Slow Burn. With I know DJ LV, so it was like his it's when he plays grown people music on his stream.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's Jen B. Gosh, it took me forever to figure it out.
Like, it's the one who's laughing in the chat.
I'm just like, what the heck? She's like an undercover celebrity. Like, you don't really know. And then when I jumped in his chat, I was like, hey, I didn't know you modded for him and I think a few other people I didn't know. And now I'm seeing Jen B everywhere. So, which is great, and you guys have definitely connected too, right? Which is awesome.
Oh yeah, Jen B is like, that's my sis.
Aw, that's nice. Yeah. That's great. Yeah, that's one thing that I think is special about Twitch is just the connections that you make with people, your mods, people on your show. And I think that's pretty incredible too. Just the amount of people that we've met, like, over the last couple of years. Yes, I can definitely hand those flowers to this Skrillex, no problem. Stirs. Let's see here. Okay, so speaking of flowers, since Stirs wants me to hand you some flowers, we always talk about aisle 2 on my show. For all you guys I don't know on Facebook and YouTube, it's looking for love, looking for love in aisle 2 or restoring the love in aisle 2. So you ready for this next question, this Skrillex?
I told you to ask me anything
you wanted. You said you said I could ask you anything. So I'm going to keep it light. We won't get all in your business. We won't let you spill like the entire tea, but we will get some tea from you tonight. So I'm just curious, growing up, aisle 2, who were some of your R&B crushes or hip hop? Actually, maybe both. I'm curious about R&B and hip hop since
R&B crush.
We're going to figure out.
Ronnie DeVoe. So I already confessed this last night on DJ Classic stream. Ronnie DeVoe. He's from New Edition, if you don't know.
Yeah.
I love Ronnie DeVoe. I've always loved Ronnie DeVoe. I was obsessed with him when I was a kid. Let's see. I'm not a Ralph T girl. I'm a Ronnie DeVoe girl. Hip hop, Method Man.
Oh my gosh. Every woman loves Method Man. They love Method Man.
All the, I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else in R&B that I was like I love. There are people that I love, but I wouldn't say they're like crushes, I don't have a ton of like celebrity crushes.
You don't have? No?
But yeah. And they change over time, I'll watch something and I'll be like, oh, he cute.
Twitch is this like Honeyflow stays in peeps businesses. Well, you guys asked me this question, so I don't want to say Twitch crush because most people are probably married or in relationships on Twitch. So maybe I'll change it around. Is there anyone that you find attractive on Twitch?
Oh, there's plenty of people I find attractive on Twitch. I mean, there's some good-looking people.
Like?
What, you want me to just like tell you who I think is good looking?
You guys asked me when Stirs was interviewing me, so
I wasn't me.
Oh, maybe it wasn't you. Okay, if you tell me, then maybe I'll tell you, but maybe I won't. But you already know. I already told you, actually. And I would probably check the lurkers to make sure they're not in the room if I tell you. But we're interviewing you, so
all of my boys are very good looking. So I will tell you about my boys. I will tell you about Prodigy. I will tell you about Van Stell. I will tell you about DJ Brax. I will tell you about I know DJ.
Oh, I don't want to hear that name. I don't want to hear that name. Van Stell.
DJ Droopy. They're all very handsome. I mean, they're all very good looking. All my boys. Okay. Chakra Ashram. He's a good looking guy. Stirs the Soul, who's my co-host. I mean, that's how I get the ladies in my chat as I bring Stirs on. I mean,
That's true. That's very, very true. The ratings do go up when you put stirs on your show. It's very, very true.
yeah.
Um, Purplicious says Ronnie
And
was
then I
my
mean,
boo.
my girls are beautiful too. DJ Chanel B,
Very
DJ
true.
Mai
Yeah.
Tai, DJ Honeyflow.
Oh, well, thank you. That's sweet. Stirs is like lies. Okay, I'm curious. I'm curious if you guys are bold enough, in the chat, because I'm all about the tea. But we'll start light. If you guys have any R&B crushes that you grew up on, throw them in the chat. And if there, I won't say Twitch crush because people will never say that. If you find people attractive on Twitch, post them in my chat. I'm curious. I'm curious to see how,
I mean,
like,
it's
what
hard
you
to see
guys.
people sometimes too, though. Can we
Mm-hmm.
see the Sun of Shades tonight? Oh, you want? I gotta see if they're
Son of
charged.
shades. Yeah, Twitch is just like, stop flirting. Who am I flirting with? I'm just getting in their business. That's
I
all
mean,
Twitch is.
sometimes it's hard to see what people look like too, though, because they're
No, that's true. Then
like
like when they're
us
in
talk show
person,
people. We're all up in the camera, right?
that's
The
true.
people,
Well, we're kind
the
of half in the
DJs.
camera. We're not standing. Like if you go to the Kendra G show, she'll make you stand and do like a body cam, like to actually show yourself. If you guys ever watched the Kendra G dating show, that's what they
God.
do. Yeah. I like the show. I think
I
it's
mean, I've stood
hilarious.
up in front of a camera before, but I'm not gonna like twirl for y'all. I mean,
But you
I was dancing on my birthday.
you do have a twirling emote though. I like
I
that
know.
emote. I find it funny. Because it always reminds me of that one person dancing in front of the DJ booth. I always say that and use your emote and saying you get that one person. You could be playing hip hop and they're all like this dancing in front of the DJ booth. And for all you guys that don't know, check out this girl like Stina's emotes. She's
Let me
got that
see.
ballerina type of emote, which I find
So
funny.
the story of this emote, right? It's
Mhm.
actually like if you look at the text, it says prude because
Oh, it
I
does?
used to have this
That's the
really
emote right
cute.
here,
I
guys.
used to have this really cute. Like, it was like a little puppy dog
Cute.
with a heart shape behind,
Yeah.
and it was like moving its butt in like a circle.
Hmm.
And I purposely did it. There was this joke about the rhino, volatile's rhino. It twerks
Yes.
clockwise.
Yeah.
So
That's volatiles,
I want.
right?
There was a joke about wanting to go counterclockwise. So I purposely made my little puppy go counterclockwise so that I had a counterclockwise twerking emote, right? And Twitch, I had it for a while, and then Twitch banned it
I don't
because
get
it
how
said
they
it was
banned
too
it.
sexual, and then it was a gasm emote. And I'm like, it's
How is
a
that
puppy dog.
sexual? Yeah, how is
It's
that
a
sexual? I don't
so
understand
I
how Twitch
said
bans it when we have the
I'm
hot
gonna
tub
go
girls.
find the most like clothing covered emote and most like not non-sexual emote I can find. And I would make it an emote, and that's I got the, and I end up loving it because like you said, she is twirling. But
Yeah,
if
it's
you
cute.
look, she's like covered. It's hard to see it, but she's got a long
I'm looking
sleeve
right
and a
now.
long skirt.
Oh, well, I think she's cute. She looks like a Disney princess,
Yeah,
like
it's
like
like
from
some Disney princess or something,
yeah,
right?
like from
So
Frozen or something. I don't know.
yeah, it reminds me of Anna from Frozen, but I'm not sure. I don't think it's her because that's not her outfit. Or is it Sleeping Beauty? I don't know. It's somebody, right?
Hmm. Yeah, exactly.
And we did it in real life. We did do it in
Gosh.
real life.
Oh yeah, that is funny. I like it. I always use it. And DJs always crack up because I always say this is the one person, guys, that dances in front of your DJ booth when you're playing, and then people just start cracking up. And I always use your emote here. I love it though. I think make sure you keep it. It's cute.
So these are my stunner shades that DJ Chanel B's talking about.
Ooh, I
So
like.
you can change what it says on it. And now if you read what it says.
Stalker? Who is the stalker? You like using that name a lot. Who do you think's more of a stalker? This girl Xtina, or I'm talking third person, DJ Honeyflow? Brax hates when I talk in third person. Like I make him cringe when I
It
talk in
makes
third
me cringe a
person.
little too, but I'm
Yeah,
used to it now.
I like it. I like it, you know. And where did you get those glasses? Those are really I like them.
Amazon.
Cool. Really? How much were
Yeah.
those? I want a pair.
I don't know, 20, $30.
And then you can switch could you switch the
Oh yeah,
wording?
I can
Oh,
put,
that's so
hold on, I can change
cool.
it to,
I like
so
it.
I wore these to Zafila.
Mhm. I like them. You should wear those on your show.
They're kind of hard to see in, so they're not really
Oh, they're hard. Hey, maybe
great for my,
we could get Spartacus a pair since he's hasn't taken off his glasses since 2002. Maybe we could
but
try
yeah,
to
so
get him a
they're
pair.
fun, but they see they're like, they look like the 80s glasses with like the lines.
Those are cute. You should bring them everywhere when you do your Twitch meetup groups, you know? And maybe get the blinking runners. Those are coming back in style too, I noticed.
We'll see where they end up. But I brought them to Safila, and they
Yeah.
said 3 yachts bitches on them.
I like those glasses. Yeah, Twitches says I Google families. I only Google your family, Twitches. The two things that kill me is not knowing who Jen's dating, and Twitches our radio kills me because I can't ever figure out this woman's identity. So the two things
You
that
don't really
kill
know
me on
my
Twitch.
identity.
Yes, and
So
that was my next question I was going to ask you too. I was curious what your background is because I find it interesting because I don't think most people would know this about you. So that was kind of actually my next question I was going to ask you.
okay, so I'm mixed. I'm biracial. My dad is black and my mother is white. My father is mostly Cape Verdean, and my mother is Irish, English, and German.
Wow, that's a cool mix, beautiful mix for sure. So, what do people perceive you? Because I know growing up mixed too, a lot of people perceive you one way or another, or Spanish, Italian, like you know.
Yeah, people either assume I'm Italian or Spanish, or they say things to me like, "I don't see you as anything else but white," and I'm like,
Oh
"Well,
yeah,
that's your problem,"
yeah, exactly,
because I
exactly.
didn't even grow up with my white family.
Yeah, because you mentioned I think you grew up with your father too,
Mhm.
on your father's side. Yeah,
I
okay.
was raised by my dad, and I grew up my dad's from Boston.
Hmm.
So when we moved back to um when we moved back to Boston, like we he moved. So okay, so my parents met and got married in Alaska. They had a couple of kids. They got divorced. They split up. I went and lived with my mother for a couple of years in Seattle. My
Hmm.
sister went with my dad back to Boston because my grandmother was sick at the time. So my father came back to take care of his mother. And then a couple of years later, I joined them in Boston, and kind of never saw my mother again after that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So when I was 4, so she left while I was asleep, and I never saw her again. So
Really? Wow. Have you ever thought about like looking maybe?
no, I
Like,
mean I've talked to her over the years, and I at one point I actually cut her off.
oh wow.
She's no longer with us. So she passed away a few years ago. I don't know exactly when, but
Oh wow.
yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
Huh.
she wasn't a part of my life, so like I don't know the date, the year. I don't, I just know she was sick and then she passed away. So
Hmm. Wow, that is quite the story too, for sure. Sorry to hear that too, with your mom as well. Yeah, I'm
there's
just curious.
no need for tears. I have an amazing dad that I
Yeah.
was raised with my whole life, and he's had a partner that he's been with, his girlfriend, he's been with her 40 something years.
Oh wow. 40 years. Wow.
Basically after he moved to Boston, they met, and not long after he moved back to Boston, did they get back together? Did they get together? And they've been together ever since. So
Yeah. I can relate to different pieces of your story for sure. Like, especially, just growing up mixed. Like, do you ever like kind of not lean to one side or the other, but like, I don't know, how was it kind of growing up, like just being your background and how people perceive you? Because I've had a lot of interesting experiences growing up mixed too. It's like you kind of get in where you fit in and people perceive what they want to perceive of you, but you're never
Yeah,
really
people
quite,
perceive what they want to perceive.
yeah.
They never, a lot of I found that people think that like they think it's okay to say things in front of me
Hmm.
because they look at me and they see white. So then they say some ignorant shit,
Hmm.
So I experienced that a lot as a kid. But so I've sort of always been very outspoken about that kind of stuff because I experienced it so much.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Do you ever
Um,
have kids? Like, I remember walking on a school bus, like in grade 5, and I remember every kid on that bus, like yelling, like, "That is not your mom. That is you're like adopted. That is not your mom." Because my mom has like
no, I don't think
blonde hair, green
anybody.
eyes, so looks nothing like me.
I look exact like the only thing that I don't look like my father is my skin color, right? I
Okay.
look exactly like my father. I have
Yeah.
his face. So
Hmm.
like people never said that's not your father. I never experienced that because you just take one look at us and you know that I'm his kid, you
Okay.
know?
Yeah, that's interesting. And did you ever like lean to any kind of culture or side? Like I feel I haven't really leaned to my Scottish or Indian side. It's like I'm not on either side. I grew up with a lot of Caribbean friends, so I kind of feel like they always say I'm more Caribbean in the inside, like at least for my
Yeah.
friends that know me growing up with them. What about you? Like did you ever kind of lean
I
to
mean, the limit so Cape Verde is like so Cape Verdeans is like a huge population here in New England.
okay, yeah,
Probably more so than any other part of the country. So I kind of grew up a lot with that, even though not, I don't know a ton about Cape Verdean culture, right? I know about New England Cape Verdean culture, right? Like there's a difference than, like just like there's Caribbean culture in Canada that isn't
mhm.
necessarily the same culture as what it is on the islands themselves, right?
Yeah,
Like it,
100%.
it it's
Yeah.
kind of like a mix of where you come from and
Canadian and yes,
yeah, yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
So I'm part of that culture, but I don't live in that community though either. So like right now I live in a very like Latino community. So like that's sort of what I'm surrounded by a little bit. And then where I grew up, I was very Italian.
mhm,
So I think that's sort of why part of the reason why people a lot of times think I'm Italian is because I
for
have
sure. Yeah,
some mannerisms and maybe the way I speak sometimes because I grew up around that. But my whole family that I grew up with is primary is Cape Verdean, African American, and so that sort of what I've always I don't know, that's what I grew up with.
yeah, for sure. Have you ever thought about, like, kinda digging a little bit more and, like, learning more about kinda your roots or where you came from? I know that's something that I wanna do, like, maybe go to Scotland one day or India and just see, you know,
Oh,
some
absolutely.
of your
Who doesn't want
roots,
to go to
like, where
Cape
you're from.
Verde?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it was just in the new Black Panther movie, Wakanda Forever. They had one scene where they might not have actually been there, but they said they were in Cape Verde.
Mhm.
Who knows
Oh,
with
man.
movies where they actually.
Interesting. So I guess I'm sure Italians like I used to get that all the time in the Italian area. They're like, "Sit down, have some espresso." They'd always assume you're Italian or Spanish people would get mad at you if you didn't speak Spanish back.
Oh yeah,
I'm just like, "But I don't
people
know how
speak
to
Spanish to
speak
me
it."
everywhere I go,
And
and I'm
people
like,
would get so mad at you and like thinking that you don't want to speak their language and you're like, "But I'm not Spanish."
no, and I don't speak Cape Verdean Creole either because the generation that my father grew up in, you know, they didn't teach the language to their children because they wanted them to speak English because that was the culture at the
Mhm.
time. You learned English and you didn't, so it didn't get passed down, which is sad. But I know a little bit. I know a little bit on at least on my dad's side. My father's girlfriend um, has done some work on ancestry, um, on helping my dad with his family tree and stuff.
Mhm.
So my great grandfather, my great grandfather, yeah, my father's grandfather, yeah, my great grandfather came from the island of Fogo in Cape Verde in the early 1900s,
Mhm.
um, and his name was um, Manuel Lobosoto.
Okay. Mhm.
And when he came to the United States, they changed his name to Manuel Fernandez, which is my last name. Now you all know
Oh.
my government.
Oh, yeah. You're giving everything. You're gonna give your
Yeah.
social insurance number
No,
away.
I'm not. No, no. People know my last
Okay.
name on Twitch anyways, because people call me by my. There's people that call me by my last name.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um.
we know. Yeah, we definitely know your last name. Yeah. I like that
Uh,
last name. I feel like your name has a nice ring to it, like your last name and your first
yeah,
name.
I have CV roots. Like I have. Hey, Papa. I met Papa in
I
Florida.
know, I saw him in Florida too. Was there anyone that surprised we can go back to that too. Was there anyone that surprised you? I saw all the videos of you guys. They were awesome, but when you met people, was there anyone that kind of surprised you when you met people like in Florida or any of these
So
Twitch groups?
surprised
Probably
that they
the
were
hype.
there.
Maybe
Surprised by
no,
their.
I guess looking how you look at people like through green screens or in front of the camera compared to, like in real life.
No, I wouldn't say that anybody.
No?
I mean, there were people that I hadn't seen before, like Purplicious, so I didn't really know what she looked like until I met her.
Do you guys have
Um,
name tags or anything? Or no,
we had
everyone
name
just
tags the
oh,
first.
you
We
did?
wore them
Okay,
like the
that's good.
first night, but there was only a few people there that I didn't know.
Mhm.
So I just, when you walk up to people, you say your name. You just tell them who you are. Like this girl,
Yeah.
Xtina. They're
Yeah.
like, oh. And I know, like even with like the initial meetups with Club Quarantine, because I do go live on Instagram and now Twitch, people tend to know my face more, so people tend to come up to me. But a lot of times people will introduce themselves with their names.
Mhm. What was your favorite Twitch meetup? Because 'Cause you've gone to a lot.
I'm not doing that.
Oh,
We're
you don't
not
wanna do
doing
that? Okay, yeah, it's fine. That's okay. That's okay.
that. I'm not
Well,
gonna pick
I
one
guess
of them.
I just like for
All
fun,
of them
like
are
the
my
boat
favorite.
cruise or, the interesting events because everyone has done different events, so I was just curious what events people liked or enjoyed
Well,
or the
here's the thing,
Vegas one
right?
looked pretty cool, Ohio looked pretty interesting, it was like in a camp, like everyone's
Yeah,
got
which
very
I
unique
didn't go to
ideas.
either of those, so I don't know about those. But
Yeah.
um I go to see the people, right? So I
Mhm.
go to hang out with the people and meet the people and hang out with the people. Anything that we do beyond sit in a room and hang out together is like a bonus,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's
So
true.
I'm
Yep.
just happy to see the people.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I
do you
mean?
guys connect do you feel like you've connected a lot more now that you've met, like, people in real time? You feel like you've connected together a lot
In
more?
some cases, yeah, I'd say that.
Mhm.
No, I'm good,
Twitch
Twitch.
is like, "You need an intermission. Am I asking too
I'm
many
good.
questions? Let me know." Yeah.
No, no, no.
Let's
Bring
see.
them on, bring them on. I just don't always have an answer or don't.
Yeah. If you
I
guys
don't.
if you guys have any questions too, definitely drop them in the chat. It's not just me. I was just forming some questions to kind of learn more about this girl Xtina as well. But if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. I know, of course, I guess the main question too is like, you know, how you
My
kind of
baby
hurt.
cousin is
Oh,
here.
hey, we got Jay Trey. How you doing, girl?
Um,
Good to see you.
so I hug those. I hate you, Papa.
It's good to see you. Sorry? What was that?
Papa said I hugged these nuts.
Oh gosh, these nuts.
I didn't touch
He
any
looked
of those.
different. Papa looked I think he looked different in person or in the video when I saw him. Let's see. Sea Love says
No,
each
they don't.
oh, sea
Twitch is
sea
our radio.
Sea Love says each one brings a different experience, but the meeting of people is what is the best. And I've only been to two of them. Which one have you been to, Sea Love? The Atlanta one, I think, right?
No, she
And
was at OMU, which was the Ohio meetup, and then she was at
oh,
Safila.
okay. I got to start going. I haven't gone. I've only gone to a few Toronto ones, but I haven't really gone. Uh, to any in the States yet, so I
I
hope
didn't
to
think
do
you looked
that.
that different, Papa. But I've actually had Papa on my stream, so like I had him close, like not just the. If I had only seen him maybe as a DJ because he's kind of far away and you can't really see what he looks like that
Yeah.
well, I might have thought that. But like he's been on my stream, so I saw him kind of close up.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, J Trey, no problem. Yeah, I was just checking and seeing how you're doing as well. But no rush, no worries. You don't owe me anything. Whenever we'll find some time to connect. Twitches. Oh, you answered this question here, right? This girl, Xtina?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So my Cape Verdean family doesn't speak. Um, I don't
Oh,
think there
Daham.
may be members of. So I have a very large family, so there may be members of my family that do. I don't know anybody that does, and
Oh,
or I
okay.
don't know that they know it
Yeah, that's interesting.
because I
Uh,
have a lot of cousins, like a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot.
oh yeah. Like, do you have a lot of family like in Boston or kind of all
So
over?
yeah, so my grandmother was one of nine,
Wow.
and two of her brothers. Between the two of them, have about 50 children.
Oh, 50 children?
And they're
That's
and the
amazing.
other ones, like my father is the only one whose parent only had one child, right?
Mhm.
So there is different varying numbers between the nine. Some have had two or three, some have had 25.
Wow, that's amazing. I would love to come from a big family. I really would. That is so
So and
amazing.
those two uncles now are in their 90s, right? So they have like great grandchildren, so like they have their 50 children who then had offspring. And so I have a lot of cousins. I don't even know half of them probably.
Wow.
But I know a good number of my cousins, but I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty that I don't, especially the younger kids, because
Okay.
the babies. I don't know all the babies.
Awesome. Yeah, Disco says you're gonna do the Ohio. I'm thinking about, I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe
I'm
doing
trying to make her go
Ohio.
to Ohio.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get shy in front of all you guys actually. And normally I'm not shy, but I don't know. If I come on my own, I might be a little bit shyer. Um,
I have I've gone to every single thing I've gone to alone.
oh really? Oh, you have? Oh
And
wow.
I've met people there,
Yeah,
but I,
yeah.
you
That's
know,
good that most groups are friendly too, because some groups, it seems like everyone knows everyone. Maybe here, like that's kind of how Toronto is. Like everyone kind of knows everyone. So they don't have, I didn't really see name tags. I didn't see people introducing themselves or wanting to really connect and get introduced to other people. So it
see
was
that now
a
that's
few
not my
groups,
experience
a
with.
few groups that I've been to, just, I feel like it's definitely a bit, like everyone kind of already knows everyone already, at least here.
Don't
Um,
you start with me, Mr. Disco Darren. I already had
oh,
enough of your shenanigans earlier today.
oh no, yeah. What's he doing over there? Yeah. So how did you come up with? Well, how did you actually get on Twitch again, and how did you start your own show? What made you decide to do your actual playlist show too?
Okay, so I used to do. All right, so the way I ended up on Twitch was uh two ways, right? So uh I'll answer that in a minute. Um Twitch, so DJ Cassidy with his
Hmm.
pass the mic thing that he
Oh,
does.
I love
The
that. Pass
very
the mic.
first one was on Twitch. So that was when uh we're not I'm ignoring the chat. Okay.
What? How come you're ignoring the chat? Oh,
Because
what's the
they're all
boxes?
talking to me at the same time, and I'm like, I
That
can't,
is
I want to,
hilarious.
I can't.
We can go into that too. I think there's a dead body in some of her boxes over there, guys.
Okay, I got a new job.
That's what she's saying. She's
I
doing
got
some
a new
type of
job, and they
business.
sent me some things. It's a computer, it's a keyboard and a mouse and a monitor. So they sent
Yeah.
me sent me my equipment to start my new job. So
And she's saying she already has that. And I can't believe that. I'm like, girl, you can use that for streaming, man. I'd be taking
well,
that
what
and
do, what
running
do
with
I
it.
don't need. I already have.
I'd be
I'm on.
using more.
I
Oh,
have two
yeah.
two monitors in front of me already.
Did you start your job already? Or yeah,
No,
congratulations
I
on
just
your
gave
job
my
too.
notice on Monday.
Oh, okay. Congratulations though. That's awesome. Like a new start. And I'm assuming you're working from home since you have the
Yes.
boxes. She doesn't
Yeah,
need the
that's
boxes, guys. Let's raid her home and get those boxes. We could use some laptops, DJs. We can use some more equipment here.
thank you everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so I started a new job in like a week and a half. Primarily working remote. I'm an accountant for those who I'm a CPA for those who want to know.
Yeah, that would be tough to get into. Did you always know that you wanted to be in finance or accounting? Like, you kind of have some idea when you're
Since
younger,
high school.
like what you wanted to do. Yeah.
Since high school. I took an accounting class my senior year of high school.
Hmm.
And I really liked it. It was like playing a game. Like the way that like this course was set up, you got like this packet on like the first day of school, and
Hmm.
it had like invoices and ledgers, and it looked like a game. It looked like a board game with all the pieces, and like you like
That does
you did
not
all this
sound
stuff. So
fun
then
to
I was like,
me.
oh, maybe that's what I'll do in college. And so then I took classes in college, and I was like, oh, I like this. I can do this.
Uh-huh.
My father, when he worked, he was a business professor, so
Hmm.
he taught marketing and management and introduction to business when he was before he retired. So Twitch is our it's such trouble.
She
So
is trouble. She says I'm trouble. Twitches is trouble.
I don't do taxes.
Oh, you don't do
So
any
this
taxes.
is
So
the
you do
number one
balance sheets?
question I get every time I mention that I'm a CPA is that people ask me to do taxes. I don't do taxes.
So do you
That's
do
not
like
that all, that's not the only thing that CPAs do.
what
In
about
fact,
balance
most
sheets?
people doing your taxes aren't CPAs.
Do you do balance sheets, income statements, like
Yes.
that sort of
I do
stuff
financial statements.
for
I do
companies?
Yes, I work in private. I work in private for private companies in their finance departments, and I do journal entries, and I do balance sheets and income statements and cash flows, and I do risk management. I
Can
do
you
internal
Google anyone?
controls.
Like, say, just hypothetically, like speaking for a friend, like, say, if your friend of a friend is like dating someone and they want to look up their finances, is there any way you can Google that?
No,
Okay.
I mean
Just,
you can do background checks on people, but you need certain information,
oh, okay. All right. Just checking. Yeah.
and you have to pay for a background check.
Uh huh. Oh, man. Taxes make the money stop
No,
playing.
the taxes is not the only way to make money. In fact, most people that do taxes are not CPAs.
That's
Fun
funny.
fact.
Yeah. A lot of people wouldn't know that. I would automatically assume that you
All
did
those
taxes.
H&R Block people, they're not CPAs. I mean, they can be, but you don't have to have your CPA to do taxes. You need to be a tax preparer. You need to learn how to do taxes. There's courses that you take for that. I've taken courses on tax preparation.
Hmm.
I've done tax preparation, but not for a living.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting. It's always interesting to see what people do. I know. I'm just messing with
Jay
her. I'm
Trey
just
is just
joking.
messing with me
Disco.
tonight.
Huh?
I am not messing. I'm ignoring. I'm gonna block
What
Jay
is
Trey
that? What she
and
said?
Disco Darren.
What are those quotes? What? I'm missing this. I'm missing what you
She's
said.
saying because she's saying that like I'm some basically I'm a spy.
That's what I was thinking. Look at her glasses. She's wearing
He
glasses
could
right
be. He might
now.
not
So,
be.
you know,
They're not. You're not. You don't have to be a CPA to do taxes.
Disco Darren, I should have worked for the feds. That's what I should have done. Should have done that.
You
um,
know what? Then government jobs don't pay as much as private industry does. So
Really? I would think it would be the other way around. Government would, you
no.
know? Okay, so Purplicious
And I'm
is
too
saying,
old. I'm too old to work for the FBI. I have to be under.
Purplicious says, I need to ask my tax accountant if he's a CPA, he may get fired. That's funny.
Because
Um,
I'm not dealing with you in the chat, and neither Jay
she's saying
Trey
you're
either.
dealing with some money, some shady money back there. Yeah, it could be true, guys. I don't
I
know.
can't. I
I don't
hate
know.
each and every one of you in the chat
We got to
tonight.
keep one
We're
eye. Yeah.
trying to have a serious interview here,
No, it doesn't have to be serious. It doesn't have to be serious,
and
but
you guys are
whatever.
acting up in the chat.
Disco Darren. So he's like, "Why are you blocking me? What did I do?"
Um, he's trouble, first of all. Every time I'm in streams, he's trying to come for me.
Yeah, what is he saying? Let's talk about this. Let's get some
I
juice.
made a
Let's
comment,
get
and
the
so
tea.
like in Rebel stream, he likes to come for me, like he knows me. And he tried to say, like, today there was a thank you, Papa. Um,
Oh
we
no,
were
she
talking
froze.
about there was
Okay, there
a
you are.
oh, I froze. Good.
Okay, you're good. You're good now. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So
Papa says your hair
there was
looks.
a
Oh, by the way,
video.
oh, we gotta stop this. We need sirens because Papa just said, "What the heck, Twitches? Why are you doing this tonight?" She just redeemed the Batman mask. Come
She did it a
on.
while ago. That's why I cussed her
Ugh.
out.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Come
There is
on.
no love,
This
Purplelicious.
mask
There is no
makes me
love.
feel itchy. Twitches. I don't like you. I don't like you too much. I did
You
bring
have
it
to shut
around
that
here.
off when you're doing interviews.
I know, I forget. Okay, Facebook, YouTube, for all that you guys don't know, you can't see on Twitch. We have a redemption channel points, and I have Twitch is our radio in our chat that just redeemed the Batman mask. So if my face starts getting very
So can you go
swollen,
back to not liking me then, Disco Darren?
it gets me so itchy. So I have to put this on for a few minutes, guys. I'm gonna hide my hair. That's why I'm wearing hats. My hair is all messed up. So I will wear this Batman mask for a bit, and hopefully my face doesn't get puffy. There. You satisfied? You satisfied, Twitches? I'm coming for you. She
Papa.
doesn't like me posting her picture on my show as much as I do. She's telling me not to post it, but if she keeps doing this, I'm going to find out. Everyone in the room, Google
But
Twitch is our
can I
radio.
just say one? Can I just say one thing? Can I say
Yeah.
one thing about the Batman mask?
Yeah.
You could turn off the channel point thing so that you don't have to do it ever again.
Yeah, I forget. It's kind of, see, this is making me itchy right now. My face is getting itchy. My nose, my
She
eyes is getting
complains about it
itchy.
every time, but she could just shut it off. So
I
like
gotta
people
shut
can't
that off.
ever.
I gotta shut that off, and I gotta shut off the ads because I don't know. I don't know how to do it when I'm in the middle of my show. So that's
I
okay.
don't have ads on
Never.
my channel
Do
at
you
all.
actually know how to put channel points? I'm curious because I don't know how to do this. You know how people like are like throw confetti or fire or like pictures pop up. I don't know how to do any of that.
It's
Like,
all in like the. I don't know how to do any of that because I don't stream using Streamlabs or OBS.
oh, if someone
So I
knows
just
how to do
use.
it, just inbox me because I'm pretty slow at some of this stuff. I still haven't figured it out. But I'm gonna do some fun stuff. Like I want to put up a channel point where it shows a picture, like a picture just pops up or something pops up, but I don't know how to do that,
I think
Cupid.
Papa is dancing to let you know that he knows how to do that.
Okay, let me know, Papa, as well. Papa. Okay,
And
so we're going back to
now we're
Disco
having a
Darren.
dance party.
Oh,
I
you
need to
said
figure out how to. I need help with my sound, Papa. You need to help me with my sound.
yeah, if you can help me, I need help in that area. Like I don't really know. Oh, Papa says need to cut holes in the hat so you can wear it. I know it's so true. Like I can't even wear my big headphones with hats on. So, oh, J Trey's like I'm not saying a thing. Um, yeah, so if anyone knows her
Yeah, she's
identity,
sitting on her hands because I gave her a hard time about harassing me while she was. I'm trying to have a serious interview here with Miss
so
Honeyflow.
yeah. So like I was saying, Disco he likes bugging you a lot too. What was he bugging you on?
Oh, today there was a video on Rebel Stream, and it was a guy was asking all these like questions that you would ask someone like if you were going to date them, and I made the joke about um, that we could put that in an application form, and he tried to say like, oh, can you even meet all those things? And I'm like, hell yeah.
Didn't he say something about married men too? You liking?
I can't
Was it?
stand. No, he tried to tell me it was my fault that married men hit on me.
Yeah, how is it this girl's Xtina's
That
fault?
somehow I'm hanging out
And do you
in.
know which married men hit on? Disco Darren, let us know what married men hit on this girl Xtina. It's making me itchy, man. Let us know that.
I
I'm
can't I
curious.
can't say anything in Rebels chat without him coming for me.
And how is this girl Xtina? How is it her fault? She got some men hitting on her. Actually,
Now
she
now
does.
now he's like, let it go.
No, no, no. She does though, because I see her on my show and I see lots of men giving her nice compliments too, especially when I made the flyer of her. There are some men coming for her for sure. And I think some of them were
The
married as
glasses.
well. Yeah. Let's see. You can't wear big headphones with your big head. You're so mean. That's why I cover up my head with
Let's
hats. I do have a big
let's move
head.
on
Leave me
from
alone.
the
I'm taking this off. It's making me itchy. I can't see. Whew. Yeah, it's making me, my nose is itchy right now. I think I'm
good. Be
allergic.
quiet, Disco Darren.
I'm allergic to that mask, guys. Never wear this mask. It looks horrible. And I actually thought this was a cat. I thought this was the Catwoman mask, and this ended up being Batman. Did you know that? And I thought it was like the cute Catwoman mask. I got the wrong mask in the store, so I have to use it for something. Anyway, so if you guys have any questions, let me know. Disco's like, you actually look nice with the Batman stuff on. I don't know. He's into some interesting things, Disco Darren. Um, let's see if you guys have any questions here. Yeah, so definitely leave them in the chat if you have any questions for this girl, Xtina. Yeah, I was saying that too about you. You look very studious today. Like, I feel like you're at a job interview with me. I hope I don't sound
I
like a
mean,
job
I always wear
interview.
my glasses.
Yeah,
I mean, most of the time I have my glasses on. I gotta read. I gotta read the chat.
that's true. Um, what is this? J Trace like, I gotta sit on my
There's
hands.
Bruce.
You do
Bruce is in
too.
his room.
Who's Bruce?
Cat.
Oh. Aw. Oh, I think I've seen your, oh yeah, you showed me your cat. Your cat's so cute. You should have brought your cat on the show too. You
Yeah.
know.
So last night I was on a Zoom birthday party and he was sitting up here on my chair and eating my hair.
Oh
So I decided
yeah.
that wasn't a good. That wasn't.
I don't see it. I don't really see too
Shut
much.
up,
Let's see
Jay.
here. Let's look.
I hate you.
I don't see too much J Trey at all. Isn't she so studious? I feel like
Oh,
I'm interviewing
there goes
her.
my blurry camera. Hold on. Let me see
Oh
if I can get it.
yeah. And we know what
And then
hap-
Jay Trey has what she calls what my camera is
and
when
we
it
know
looks
what
like.
happens, what this girl Xtina looks like when the camera goes blurry, guys. We know what that kind of looks like. So I think we were bugging her last time on that too.
Yeah,
Um
there we go. There she goes.
J Trey. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, I think, last time too, for sure. So how long have you, going back to your playlist show? Maybe everyone in the room, I pretty much know, like, I'm sure knows your show, but maybe for the one person or the one person catching the replay that doesn't know what it's about, why don't you explain your show on Friday nights? And kind of, I think we were talking about that, like how you got started on it too, how you wanted to get started on your playlist show.
Okay. So I wanted to do something on Twitch because I wanted to. I don't know. I really wanted emotes. So I was like, what can I do to stream? And I didn't want to do just what I was doing on Instagram, which was, playing music off my cell phone and out of my speakers and just blasting music and having bad sound, which I ended up doing anyways, but we'll talk about that in a second. But so I was trying to think of ideas of different things to do, and I decided to, I came up with this idea to make a playlist. I was on a raid train with you, Disco Darren, so thanks.
What? You didn't know she streamed? How do you not
I was on
know?
a raid train with him, and he just doesn't know
Oh,
I
he's
stream.
just messing you with you, or is he serious?
No, he does. I think he just followed me the other day.
Uh-oh,
But
this goes in
so
trouble.
so I decided to but I hate, so we talked about this earlier. I don't really like getting up and monologuing.
Yes,
I hate just coming on camera and being like, "Hey guys, what you doing?" Like I'd like
because it's
people to
hard
talk.
to do. Yeah, it's very
It
hard to
is.
do. But I think
Very
you'd
hard.
be good at it. I think you should give it a try, like, find different topics and
No, I feel wicked awkward even beginning
Really?
of the show before I
You look
introduce the people.
Are you serious? Like, you look so comfortable. It's so interesting how we perceive ourselves because we may not think we're the best, and I'm guilty. We're all guilty of this, I think. Sometimes you're like, "Oh, man, I'm not good at this," or "I can't do that." But then when someone else sees you, you're like, "Wow." Like, when I first saw your show or even you just walking around on Instagram, I'm like, "I wish I could do what she does." Like, she's so comfortable in front of the camera. She can do it by herself. She doesn't need anyone or any equipment with her. And you just seem very natural. So that's why I think you should really think
I
about
wouldn't
that.
even know what I would talk about.
You have lots
So
to talk about. What are you talking about? I think you would come up with some unique things, right? Like different topics, different music,
I don't
and
know.
you
I'm glad
don't
you
know.
think so, but I'm
No,
not
I
sure about
do.
that.
Okay, how many people in this room before she goes on? How
Like,
many
let me
people think she'd be
let me
good?
you didn't even let me finish.
Okay, I'm gonna let you finish, but before she finishes, put some ones in the chat if you think that she should actually maybe create something, a monologue or like some type of talk show too, where she's talking in front of the camera. If you think she'd be good at it, put some ones in the chat. Okay, anyways, go ahead. Yeah.
So I thought it would be fun um, to do a sort of a themed playlist show where I could post the playlist after the stream on Spotify and Apple Music, which is where I do now. And so I pick a topic every week. I started off by bringing a varying different guests on all the time.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm still open to bringing people, other guests on, but it's sort of been me, J Trey 707, and Stirs the Soul for the last month or two. We've been sort of the three of us have been doing it for a while. I had Vanna Black, aka Zenzabel, was co-hosting with me, and um, but I used to try to get other people to come on all the time, and that got exhausting for me because I don't like asking people for anything. First of all, I'm a Capricorn, so I don't like asking anybody for anything. So if I do ask you, know that it was difficult. And I also um, got really busy with work life and being back in the office and things like that. So it got a little bit difficult. So I actually didn't stream for a while, and then um, J Trey J Trey initially joined me, and then we started bringing people. It would either be just me and her or somebody else, and then Stirs joined us, and so the three of us have been hanging out, and I'm always looking for people to come on and join us. So but yeah, we pick a theme, we make a playlist, we have a couple of drinks sometimes, most of the time, and we publish a playlist. Yeah, I tell her she shows up, and I
Yeah,
love
that's
her
good.
for that.
And it's natural. It's just like freestyled. And I mean, I feel like you do really do. Oh, yeah. Chanel B says,
I
oh,
know you're
I'm
always
going to jump
outside.
on
I
too.
need you to give me a date when you're inside on a Friday night.
Yeah. But do you put up the link, throw up the link so people could just jump on too as well?
I
Like your
don't do
birthday
that on
or?
a normal stream because I usually have the songs already ready to go before my stream. And so sometimes it's like on my birthday, like on special occasions, I do that. Like my birthday, I
Mhm.
just put the link out and anybody who wants to come and I'm like, just give me a song and I look it up. But in order to keep the show trying to have, um, with the flow, I try not to do that too much. Though if somebody was like, hey, I want to come on, I wouldn't like say no, but like you know,
Yeah, you kind of have like a theme too. Disco said he'll come
yeah,
on your show and he won't charge you. Chanel B will come on. J Trey says we twirl as well. Yeah, you guys have fun. You
we do
definitely have
twirl.
fun,
We do
and you
twirl.
dance. You dance too. You guys aren't afraid to dance on camera, which is great. I think your show is unique compared to so many other shows. I haven't seen a playlist show or someone that kind of runs through music and kind of does that.
Yeah, I mean there
I think
are
it's
there
dope.
are some people that do some similar things, but
Mhm.
it's not the same exact thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's just it's not you, you know? That's what definitely makes your show, you know? Would you say, like, I guess music is pretty much therapy, like, would you say that as well? You know, just being on Twitch and
Absolutely. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Um, it absolutely is. I mean, I saved us all, I think, the last 3 years.
Yeah, for sure. As and of course, obviously the community in the chat rooms too, right? Not just
Mhm.
watching shows. So I think that's what makes it special. Even different from Instagram. Even if Instagram were still playing, like if we could still get back on there, I think Twitch is more special for that because we can actually communicate and have conversations. You can't really do that on Instagram. It's just like short, like a few words, right?
Yeah, and I mean, we have done that on Instagram, but it depends on the size of the live too. You know, when you have a lot of people in an Instagram live,
Hmm.
they the algorithm, like, you don't get to see all the comments.
Yeah, exactly. You
So
don't get.
you know, and even though you might be following somebody and they're following you, which is usually what lets you see the people in the comments. If it's too large, it's you like people you might not see them. You might not see them like in the chat, so it gets
Yeah.
hard to have conversations. But if you're on a smaller live, it's you know, you can definitely have conversations. I mean, that's how a lot of us met. I mean, that's how I became friends with Gen B766 and DJ Mai Tai and C Love, who's in here, and you know, a lot of us met on Instagram. I
Yeah.
think we started to talk about that, and then we got sidetracked. So DJ Cassidy Twitch, right? So DJ Cassidy did his um, pass the mic on Twitch. So that was my first kind of. I think I had a Twitch account before that because I had checked it out to see what the back when I first heard of it and it was this gaming thing. I had checked it out, but I didn't really hang out on Twitch. The first time I really hung out was that pass the mic. And then I came on, I checked it out. I followed a couple of people, but then I didn't really come back, right? But at the same time on Instagram, what was happening was um, one morning I got a DM from one of my club quarantine friends that sent me to a DJ, and that DJ was I know DJ LV.
Mhm, mhm.
And now this happened all the time back in 2020, right? I would get a DM from somebody to some DJ. I'd pop into the live and I would put the music, have the music on, and I would keep working, and that would be it. You know, I'd just listen to some random DJ, right? I go into there as soon as I pop in. Oh, hey, this girl underscore Xtina. I'm assuming that's Christina, right? And like everybody in the chat starts greeting me. So then I'm like, oh, hey. And it's some people I know, some people I don't know, but they're
Oh,
all
that's
saying hello
cool.
to me.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, it's cool here. And I never left. So
Yeah.
when he went to Twitch, I went to Twitch.
Mhm.
And you know, and because of that, I've met J Trey 707, crazy ass Disco Darren. Sorry, Mr. Disco Darren. Forgive me.
Well, he's kinda
Twitch is our
both.
radio.
He's
You know, all
both.
these people in the chat. You,
They're
you know.
both. I think Twitches and disco are related. They're both crazy. So, they're both cray cray.
I apologize, Mr. Disco Darren.
Someone says that they miss being called Rockhead. I don't miss that from Twitches. She says that all the time. She says Rockhead all the time to me.
Yeah.
Let's see here. How are you doing, Metro Mix? Good to see you. Yes, that's what we talked about earlier, Metro Mix. You said
Yeah.
problem with Instagram, they would cut off the music once it was a known song. So many of us just transferred to Twitch. Yeah, that's the story with all of us, right? And there's more people coming on, like bigger music companies. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? Like, do you think it's kind of taking prime real estate from all the little guys and streamers on
No.
Twitch? When you look at like
I think
Amazon Music coming and like Versus and all these big, complex, well, complex is a show on Twitch, but like What do you think on that?
So I think that when the larger entities come onto Twitch, what it does is it brings more people onto Twitch. It brings a larger audience onto Twitch.
Hmm.
Hey, follower. Anyways,
Hey, the Callus, good to see you
the
as well.
call is the
Oh, Collis.
call
Oh,
is
I've
oh
been
06.
I've been always called. Oh, is that what it is?
I need to just be on everybody's stream and help them correct
I
everybody's
know.
names.
I always say the Callus all the time, or the Collis. I've been saying his name wrong the entire time. Sorry.
Yeah, the call is 06.
Oh, the call is 06. I need like dots or
And
dashes.
he follows me everywhere on Twitch, so I call him my follower, and he's the leader.
And you don't call him your stalker, you call me a stalker. Not him,
No,
no?
I asked him one night if he was following me, and he said yes, and I said okay. So then, ever since then, we've been saying that.
Yeah. Okay.
No, because he doesn't dig into all my personal business and put my pictures up on his stream
But I didn't dig tonight too
and put
much.
me in, doesn't kidnap
I
me
was
in the
being
trunk of his car.
I was being polite. You like being kidnapped though. Just admit it. Like, you guys like being kidnapped on my show and popped in the trunk.
No,
Um
no. I mean, you wrinkled my ball gown.
yeah, I did. I did. I don't think Twitches likes it because I'm putting up her picture all the time and maximizing it to figure out who this woman is because it bothers me so much that I don't know her identity. But anyways, yeah, that's another story. All right, guys. Any last minute questions? Definitely um, throw them in the chat room for this girl, Xtina, and also for the one person in this room catching the replay that doesn't know her, make sure you add her, this girl, Xtina. And
Stage fright, I can't stand you.
I was also really surprised with this fact that actually really surprised me, guys. So if anyone's watching that does raids, I want to make sure you guys include this girl, Xtina. If she's interested in doing raids, like reach out to her. But when I did my human trafficking raid training, I want to thank you so much for taking the chance on me and just like joining that train. It
You're
meant
welcome.
it meant like it meant a lot to me, and anyone in this room that joined in, and anyone I missed, I apologize. It wasn't on purpose. There was just so many people I contacted literally in 4 days. I couldn't get to like millions of streamers online. But I do really appreciated you just jumping in and we're open and kind of got it. And I know I had a lot of rules, and that's why they call me the Twitch prude, online, the conservative. But it was really important. A lot that raid train to me and what it stood for. It wasn't just a raid train. So you mentioned that was the first raid train you were ever on, and I'm still shocked. Like I'm really shocked by that.
And then
That
I was on one more after that, and that's it.
Yeah, so I think it's really
I know that
important.
there's somebody was mentioned to me recently about wanting to do something with
Yeah,
my.
so
I mean, I maybe don't fit into what people want on their raid train. I'm not a DJ, so like, you know,
I
I'm
don't
not.
think it's necessarily that. Like I did notice that's why I decided the idea is like I definitely wanted women for International Women's Month. I definitely wanted something with meaning because human trafficking is like really, really important issue for me that
Mhm.
I want to get more involved with. And then I also wanted different streamers. I noticed that no one really that I've seen much was including, like you said, other streamers, right? It was just
Yeah,
like DJs or gamers were doing their thing. I don't even know if gamers really do raid trains as much as DJs do. But like I'm like, okay, and then I started finding out we have crafters, motivational speakers, fitness shows. Like there's so much on Twitch. I would probably even include a sleeping stream in mine or watching turtles or just something fun, right? And I noticed after that train, then a lot of people started doing kind of more streamers. So I just think it's really important to include people. And she does an awesome show. So if you guys do raid trains and you organize them, then definitely look at reaching out to her because being on one, I was like, what? You only got asked to one,
no,
So
I've been on two
two.
since.
Okay.
So they did Prodigy. Actually, I want to give him credit. So Prodigy did tank tops and tacos with streamers. So Disco Darren was on it. I was on it.
Hmm.
Mish was on it. Um, was Diva on it? I can't even remember. It was so long ago. But yeah. Um,
Yeah, and that's awesome. He's included, definitely he's broadened and included, and people have ran with that list, which is great. I don't think people realize how many women. There's a lot of women on Twitch too. I don't think a lot of people realize that too. Like thousands. There's a lot of different shows, great shows. So I'm glad that Prodigy also picked up a lot of different people, and and saw that list too, or other lists, and started doing that too. Yeah, so make sure you guys include, don't forget that it's not just the DJs, but there's so many people on Twitch that do great shows like this girl Xtina, that should be included. And yeah, and just reach out. And sometimes you got to reach out too, right? Like, it's not, I know you say you don't really like doing that or asking, but if you're interested, sometimes
I
it's
don't ask
not.
people for anything in this life.
No, but sometimes people just don't know. They don't think, they're busy, right? Like with things that they may not even think, oh, hey, that she could be interested. So sometimes I feel like it goes a bit both ways. If you're interested, then, or if you're like, oh, that would
A
be a
new
cool
command
thing,
coming.
then reach out too, I think, but
So Papa's gotten modded in my chat just so he can come in when he's hanging out and give me new commands in my chat.
new commands. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, next year you're gonna. Yeah, I need all you technical people. I do need help with. I want to fix my sound so that it's coming from the computer and not from my speakers.
Yeah, I
So
need to figure out too how to get sirens. I like how Tweak goes, "Ba, ba, ba, ba," or like, they have sirens or different things going off when you have things going on. Array. I have nothing like that in Stream Yards. I got to figure that out. And just like other basic, there's always something to learn on Twitch, right?
yeah, but
Uh,
if you so when you come into StreamYard, do you come in? Do you use what do you use OBS?
no, I just go through StreamYards directly,
See,
like on
I
my
think the
computer.
people the DJs that come on and play music through StreamYards, they go through like OBS first.
Yeah, I haven't figured all that out. I gotta figure
I
that
know a
out.
little. I know a little bit, but I tried to do it once, and I had it all set up from my stream,
Papa,
and
we gotta talk.
then
He's
we had echo issues on the stream, so I just literally it was like one of my first streams, and uh, I literally ripped apart everything that I had set up and just played it out of my speakers because like I wanted to do my show and I couldn't get it to work.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much to learn on Twitch as well. Hey Hazel B, good to see you. We're on a raid train actually tomorrow, and she's doing something for cancer survivors as well, and she's got quite a remarkable story, guys, as well. So it's going to be a raid of females as well tomorrow. So make sure you guys check out her raid train tomorrow that I'm going to be jumping on too. Let's see here. I'm just looking to see if there's any questions or anything for
Yeah.
you. Yeah, so if you guys have any last minute questions, definitely
I
throw
thought
them in
I
the chat.
needed to get something, Chanel B. So like you can, I need help in that area because I don't know anything about that stuff.
Okay. Yeah, it took me like 4 hours, Chanel B, a long time ago, trying to figure out how to do the sound through StreamYards. And then there's so many things I couldn't figure out. Like you could hear yourself, but you couldn't hear them. Like there's so many, like there's such a delay. We couldn't, it took me like 4 hours, and I don't think I still got that figured out. Having crisp sound audio through StreamYards, and being able to hear them like in real time, not like 40 seconds later. So yeah, that I got to learn that. So if you see Chanel B is really good at knowing how to get things working, you know,
Mm.
with the technical. You should, I don't know if you, well, I mean, she's got so much on her plate, but Chanel B, I think you'd be really good at like doing YouTube tutorials, or Instagram tutorials, like just like mini ones on tech stuff or whatever. I know you already do and teach a little bit on your show, but actually doing it on YouTube, kind of like who's that guy? I can't remember his name. Is it Terry? Cleveland Terry? Kind of like that. You know how he goes through different equipment, different technical stuff. Not like she needs another job, but I think she would be great at it. And I think a lot of people would be Googling that and trying to get, like learn more, right? So, yeah, thank you so much, DJ Miss Tris Beats. We are going to wrap up too because I don't want to keep you too long. Um, let's see here. I'm trying to see if there's any. Were you ever like nervous too doing a show of yours? Like, was there ever a time you were nervous, like a raid coming in or someone in your room lurking, like some big
the
streamer or something?
the hour before I go live,
Oh,
probably.
really?
Oh yeah,
Yeah? Like you're always nervous?
I get anxious before.
Really? I would never
Most
know
of the
that.
time, yeah, but I usually settle that with wine.
Wow. Were
I
you nervous today or
don't know
no?
if I've had any if I had any guests that made me nervous because like it's all been my friend. Like
Do I make you nervous? Do I make you?
because again, I don't ask anybody. So like most of the people that I've invited on my show have been my friends, and I kind of just throw it out in the air. Like, and if somebody's in, it tells me that they're interested, I will then send them a message and ask them, which I did with you before, and I've done with Chanel B last night.
Mhm.
I usually, and once somebody's been on the show, it kind of makes it easier for me to um J Trey.
That is so funny. That is kind of true though. Chanel B like is definitely knows what she's doing when it comes to everything.
Yes.
So you should really definitely start recording all of that and posting it. I feel like it would blow up. A lot of people would be looking at YouTube and Googling different things, even simple things that you consider simple or basic is probably not so basic for someone else that's not a techie person like me, right? So that
No,
would
and
be useful.
she's got an engaging personality, so I think it
Mhm.
would, like sometimes the people that make those instructional videos don't have a personality.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I think it would
And
go
now
really
she's
well.
fun, so I think it would make it.
You should push that on YouTube, Chanel B. I don't know if you're on YouTube actually. I don't think you are. But like with StreamYards, you can now push your shows like I am on YouTube, Facebook, and different platforms if you pay a little bit extra for StreamYards. But if you do the specialist Mondays, I think that would go really, really well. And then start pushing it to different places, right? Um, let's see here. Oh, Jay Trey says I should make you nervous. Has she ever made you nervous? What? Metro Mix? I make you nervous? How do I make you nervous? I'm only pushing 5'1" here. How it's actually pretty funny. A lot of some guys are scared to come on my show. I know there are certain people that are scared to come on my show, but I just want to put a disclaimer up that like I won't ask anything personal. I usually ask the person before they come on my show, like how willing are they to dig a little bit deeper. And if they're not, then we just stick to music and DJing, right? But I do have some guys legit, like Mad Live. He was afraid that he was going to start crying on my show. He's like, I got to listen to Boom Bap before I come on your show. I'm a little nervous coming on your show.
Or they've made me cry on my own stream, and then I get mad at them.
Oh, really? With what? What situation? Don't worry, I cried on my stream. It's highly embarrassing, but
When
what are
people
you
say
going to do?
things to me, sometimes I
Oh,
don't.
really?
Especially if I've had alcohol, it's not good.
Hmm. Oh, like on
Like
your
there's
show.
been one time like I played a song and it made me cry one time.
Yeah, I could hear you. Well, music can do that, right? Depending what mood you're in, you know? So,
Like I played the cover of Somewhere Over the Rainbow by Israel. I can't say his last name, Hawaiian guy.
Hawaiian guy.
Yeah, the cover Somewhere Over the Rainbow. His name's
Oh,
Israel something. I don't
okay.
he's Hawaiian.
Uh-huh.
He does a cover of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and oh my God, I've listened to that song hundreds of times. I
Hmm.
love that version. And I listened to it on my stream one night, and it made me cry.
Oh, wow.
I heard it in a different way that day, and it made me emotional.
Yeah, so sometimes you just have memories or moments. Like I thought I would never ever cry in a million years ever in front of the camera. Like and then now I find myself doing that a little bit more, like the house show that was super embarrassing for me. Like I was actually a bit mortified. and I didn't even let the guy talk. Like I was just like in my own zone, you know? And I'm just like,
Jay
yeah.
Trey likes to make me cry on my stream.
Does she?
Is
Yeah.
his nickname? Okay. She makes me cry on my stream. Yeah, she's done it a couple of times.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to catch up. Oh, I didn't know that about you, Diva, and I didn't know that you were nervous. See, it's interesting. I feel like we're a lot more similar than we are not similar. Like the more I interview or talk to other streamers or people on Twitch, like you see the most confident people, and you're just like, oh yeah, they would never get nervous. They would never, whatever. Like they got in the bag, and we're a lot more common than I
No,
think
yeah,
we
it's all
think.
about pushing past that, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember your first show, like your very first show compared to now? Like
Oh, my
how you
very
felt?
first, like so my stream is a shit show. It just always is.
Yeah, I
Always
remember when I
is.
first saw you, I'm like, girlfriend, I'm gonna be like probably your boring guest on your show. I don't know if you'd want me on your show because I'm like, I'm gonna be so boring on your show. Like that's what I thought initially when, the first time I saw your show.
But you're not boring. So why would you be boring?
I don't
Like,
know. I just thought that. Yeah.
obviously, we conversate very well. We chat very well. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
how long were we in the chatting in the DMs yesterday, laughing?
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
You know
no,
what I
I
mean?
know.
Like,
That's what
so
I initially thought. I thought that like I think when you asked me last year, but
yeah.
now that we got to know each other more, I'd be like, yeah, for sure. Like, for sure I'd come on. But when I
No, and
saw, I'm like,
I've had
I'm probably
guests
gonna be boring
where
on your show. I'll be
I've
sitting
had
there
guests
like,
that were not very that I thought would be more fun,
yeah.
and they weren't. And the show went really quick, and we were done.
Oh, Gen B.
Um,
Yeah.
um, and it's just it just wasn't what it was. It didn't it wasn't the greatest show, it wasn't the funniest show, but we got through the music and we had conversation. I had people that didn't really talk back. I had one guest that rushed me the whole time, which is never invited back on my
Oh
stream.
shoot. Oh yeah. Oh
And
wow.
well, not that they are, but they are.
I do
'Cause,
want to ask because I am nosy, but I won't. You don't have to say. I won't ask you that. But now
um,
I'll ask you after this show because now I'm curious.
I'll tell you. I'll tell
Oh
you
yeah?
after. Okay. And then, but the first one was a shit show. Like I had four people on with me, I think,
Uh-huh.
and like two of them just sort of took over the show, and they're two of my favorite humans. So it was just off the rails the whole time. No, this is the first show, J Trey. I'm not even talking about you.
Yeah, the very first show.
No, because
Exactly.
like J Trey and me will
She's
go on
fun,
tangents
J-Trey.
together, or she'll go on a tangent, or I'll go on a tangent. But like if I want to like move on with the show, and I say to her like, hey, all right, like let's move on. She like she'll mute herself and she'll just sit there and she looks at me.
I know, I think I've seen that
She
before.
just she gets in her spot. She just looks at me. She just gives me this look like,
I've seen that look, J-Trey. I've seen that look from you. Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good impression of what she does.
Yeah, she does. She does.
I think that was pretty
Have
good.
you guys
And
ever got into it? You
it
guys
just
have
makes me
good
laugh
chemistry.
whenever she does it.
You guys have good chemistry together, I think.
She's my baby's cousin.
Hmm.
She's my baby's cousin. We're trouble together, and we have a good time together, and I'm glad to have met her. She's another one of my favorite humans.
Yeah, you guys definitely are trouble together for sure.
On my J's.
Yeah. And I think you said that there was a story behind your Boston hat, why you wear it, or you're like, oh, I'll let you
Oh,
know.
that's DJ Shenanigans. Where's the hat?
Oh,
DJ
okay.
Shenanigans always. So, I'll show you. DJ
So,
Shenanigans.
so for all you guys that missed it, that would be her DJ name. If DJ She, get it?
Trouble
She
with a capital T.
Shenanigans or whatever.
So,
I think that'd be a cool
DJ
DJ name.
Shenanigans even had her own merch.
Oh no, are you like Brax? Like you're turning into a different person? Oh wow, you got some merch. I don't even have merch. I'm not big time like that.
So
Oh,
the
that's
story of
cute.
this was,
Oh my
we
gosh, I
were
like
we
it.
were we were hanging out in Club Thug one night with DJ Shenanigans was playing the tunes.
Mhm.
I had a red solo cup with my drink in it because that's those are the cups that we have in Club Thug. We have red solo cups, and you when you come in, you grab this, you grab your Sharpie and you write your name on it.
Mhm.
And somebody in the chat accused me of stealing their drink,
Uh-oh.
and I grabbed a Sharpie out of my drawer because I'm actually at a desk, like I'm sitting
Mhm.
at my work desk, and I drew this on my cup.
Oh, you actually drew that? Wow, that's pretty
It's
good.
not this exact. Yes, I'm a Beantown blockhead. Yes.
You're very good at drawing, actually. I wouldn't be
This
able to do that.
actually isn't hand drawn. This is from Microsoft Paint. I
Oh,
work in
okay.
Microsoft Paint, but I
Yeah.
drew a similar drawing onto a cup. I'm hold on. I'm gonna grab it. I have the cup.
And the
Let
hat.
me grab the actual cup.
And the hat. Okay, guys,
I don't
now we
have.
could
Oh,
spy.
I do have a
I could
hat.
zoom in. You guys, she just left. Let's zoom in on her place. Let's see what's around here. She just left. Let's see what she's got. She's got a yoga ball. Let's see. I think her cat's in the next room. Oh, wait, wait, before she comes back, guys.
I can hear
Okay,
you, Honeyflow.
let's see. It looks like a candle. What is that? A blanket over here. She's got a chair. I don't know. What's under her TV? You guys see? She says I'm very
I can
nosy.
hear you.
Oh, you can hear me. Oh, shoot.
I
Okay,
can
good.
hear you. I have
Minimize it before
headphones
she
in.
goes. Oh, wait, wait. Oh, yeah.
All
Anyways.
right. So there's
Oh,
a
that's so cute. That's what you drew? Here, let me maximize it. Oh, that's cute. You drew
and
that?
it's kind of faded because
It
it's
does look like
marker.
you.
And then
She
it said
does have a big
Shenanigans on
couch
it.
on Twitch. Wow,
It
you
did say
do.
Shenanigans, but it
Looks
kind of got rubbed
look,
off.
it looks very comfortable, your couch, by the way. We're looking at your
I do
entire
have
place.
I have the biggest couch on Twitch. Some people think I have the biggest TV on Twitch, but I don't think it's true. It's just the angle.
Let's see. Yeah, I
All
can.
right. And Jay Trey wanted me to show you my chalice.
Oh man. Okay. You do have the big
My
couch.
solo cup
Your
wine cup
place
that I
looks
got.
nice and cozy, by the way. We've been
So
kind of looking at it.
everybody said they wanted something.
Mhm.
I mean, it's my living room.
Yeah, it looks
I'm in a
cozy.
townhouse, so I have
Mhm.
2 floors. That's to go downstairs. My bedrooms are downstairs, so
Oh,
the cat
okay.
is actually downstairs.
Oh, yeah?
My kitchen is right over there,
Mhm.
right next to me, and then that's my front door.
Oh, okay. Nice. Ooh.
But so I drew this in Microsoft Paint based off of that.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. Did you actually put it as merch? You should do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
t-shirts,
I gotta check
hoodies.
that. I don't think I've seen that. Yeah, I definitely gotta check it.
It's in my bio.
Oh, okay.
I have pajamas, shot
Wow. You're big time,
glasses.
man.
I have a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't sell anything anymore because I don't do, but it's still up there. I just never
Yeah.
took it down.
How long have
Um,
you've been on Twitch for, what is it, 2 years now? Did you
it'll be
say?
2 years. I thug you, Gemby. So we have a T-shirt that's a heart that says "I thug you." It's one of my emotes.
Mhm.
This emote right here.
Oh,
It
okay, right
actually says
there.
"I thug you" inside of the heart.
Mhm. Oh, that's cute.
Um, and so that I have that. So my 2 year anniversary will be in April,
Mhm.
and also my affiliate anniversary is in April.
Oh, okay. Do you have any plans, like, just for Twitch or what you wanna do with your shows or even, like, Instagram as well?
I don't have any plans for Instagram.
Mhm.
I do want to make some. I want to fix the sound on my stream so that it comes. What? Yes, on her birthday. On her birthday, my anniversary is on her birthday.
And then what
Um,
yeah, that's good. You should
so
do an anniversary or you should do some type of party too for your
we'll do
anniversary.
an anniversary stream. I don't know exactly. We talked a little bit about what we were going to do, and we're also going to be doing. Yeah, we're working to grow my stream. We're going to make some improvements. I'd like to get some more guests on. I'd like to. I love having Stirs and J Trey on, and I'd love to keep having them on, and also bring on some other people to join us, and also to have people if they can't always make it, because it is, my it's my stream, so they don't have the as much as they're committed and join on to hang out with me. It's not their stream, so like they might actually want to go out on a Friday night and not hang out
Yeah.
with me on Twitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I and I understand that. So that's but love having as long as they want to come on with me. So, but like I said, I want to grow it. I don't, I'm not trying to get like a huge following or, do anything dramatic, but I'd like to have like a busy chat is
But
my
you just
goal.
missed, I mean, you just made 1,000 followers, which is amazing. That's really good too, doing
Yeah.
the show that you did. So congrats to that as well. 1,000 followers, you guys. Make sure you
Well,
guys
you
are
can
all
have all
adding
the
her.
followers in the world if they don't come to your stream.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely agree
I
with
mean,
that.
I celebrated the fact that I hit 1,000 followers because I was super
It's still
dope
an
and I was really
accomplishment.
happy about.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I definitely still an accomplishment, but really, what my goal is to have an active chat.
Hmm.
Whatever that means. I would like to keep my chat busy and people entertained and hanging out with me.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree.
Yes,
Yeah.
real followers, not bots or bots. Exactly.
Exactly. I think I had like 40 bots invade me and I was asking what they had for dinner and talking to them normally and I didn't even realize. And everyone was just sitting there quiet laughing at me like, you know, they knew. I didn't know. I'm just like, "Oh." And then I'm seeing Alex 1, Alex 5, Alex this. And then I'm like, "Oh, okay. I guess those are bots."
We had the
Lots of random.
Notabots. We had the Notabots hanging out like a couple weeks ago.
Oh
Notabot
god.
one, Notabot two, Notabot three. I'm like,
Were you
that's
ever
not suspicious.
Exactly. Were you ever surprised by any raid that came in for you?
My birthday, I
Yes.
got
Yeah. Yeah,
um
you got a lot. You had a lot of people on your birthday.
four. I think I had four raids on my birthday.
Yeah.
You,
Mhm.
which was super dope. I mean, you streamed just to come in there, so
Yeah, I
that
just
was really
streamed, guys, and I was so annoyed because every time my number would go up a little bit, and I'm like, "Okay, we got a raider," like a drill sergeant. Because I wanted to at least get 20 people or 30 people or whatever. Even 20, I'd be happy with that.
it's
Add this
it
girl,
wasn't
Stina.
it
It
wasn't
would be
about the
like this.
numbers. It was
It'd be
the
like,
fact
"No,
that
no,
you
no."
did it. That
And then it would
was
go, "Do you down right away?" I told this girl like Stina, then it would go up again, then down, then up, then down. So by the third raid I got, I'm like, okay, let's just raid her. Let's not even talk to these people in the chat. Let's raid her now. So that was funny
and
that night.
then DJ Shazam X, I think, rated that night. Chakra Ashram rated. And I think the one that surprised me probably was LV rated that night because
Yeah, that
he
was
was
nice.
in the middle of like a 13-hour stream. So I didn't think he was going to log off anytime soon.
But
Never
you
mind raid
support
me.
him. You support him a lot, go to his shows and that sort of thing
Yeah.
too. Yeah. And that's one
But
thing I can
I
say.
didn't even think he was going to be. I thought I was going to end up rated back into him because I thought he was going to be on long enough.
That's good that he
Because
rated
that's
you.
happened before. I think it was there was one time where he was doing like a marathon stream. He ended up doing 24 hours.
Hmm.
I did my show and rated back into him.
Oh wow. And you definitely had a lot
And
of
then
people there.
Amani Experience rated me once, which was really cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
I
don't
had
get a ton of raids. There's not a lot of hype trains. It's quiet, but I just want
mhm.
people in my chat.
Yeah. So keep in mind again, guys, too, if you're streaming on a Friday as well. I don't really stream on Fridays. I just find it so busy with DJs and people on the weekends, and sometimes you just need a break, right? But yeah, I definitely did that pop up, and so if you guys DJ on Fridays, make sure you rate into her show. It's usually 9 to 11, right? Eastern,
Yeah,
2 hours,
11ish,
11ish. Okay,
2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours. All right,
Yeah.
kind of like this.
Ideally, it would be 2 hours, but when we're having a good time, it goes.
Longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And the
Cool.
thing is when I started doing Friday nights were quiet.
Mhm.
Friday nights used to be quiet. That's why I picked Friday nights. And now Friday nights are busy. But I don't want to. I like doing my Friday nights, so I'm not going
Yeah,
to
that's good
change.
that you continue to do it. Yeah, for me, Friday, I'm like, nah, it's like I feel like there's so many people on, like tons of
So
DJs
many
on
now. Yeah.
Friday now, and like even the weekends, Saturday, I don't even really like doing much, but I'll do once in a while, on Saturdays. But yeah, it's definitely busy on the weekends. So yeah, so that's cool. All right. Well, I guess the last question I have for you that I always ask, because I'm always curious, how people kind of think and stuff. But so do you have anything on your bucket list that you would love to do? Like say if you had like a month to live, like what would be on your ultimate bucket list, even if it's outrageous, whatever it is that you would love to do, or something simple too.
I think most of my stuff is travel related. I really want to go to the Greek islands.
Hmm.
But I need to work on these knees before I try to walk up any of those hills and stairs. And um, yeah, I think that's. I want to go to Cape Verde. I want to. I want to go sleep in one of those bungalows that's over the water in like Fiji.
Ooh, that would be nice. That sounds like the
I don't know if I
bachelor.
would want to do an NKOTB World Tour. That might be
I,
too much NKOTB
I
for
would
me.
do it. I would do it.
Bora Bora, yeah, Bora Bora. I'd like to hang out one of those and like walk out of my bed and jump in the water. Like that's just so dope to me.
Yeah, that sounds nice. It's good. I like people thinking about that question because it's probably more achievable than you think. Like instead of saying, oh, maybe one day, maybe you put money aside, start saving for it, and say, hey, I'm just going to do it, right? Go to
And then
Fiji or do
also
something.
I would like to see all of my DJs DJ in person.
You have a lot of DJs too, you watch. So you'll be busy doing that.
Yeah, there's too much.
You know, it'd be really dope if we did like a Twitch meetup on a boat cruise that was a themed boat cruise. Like, you know how they have the reggae boat cruises? I think Chanel B was probably on one
Yeah,
of
Chanel
those.
just was on one of those.
Yeah, like and you're right. You really do
She
get
was looking
close.
for someone to go with her, and I was just like
Aw.
this
And
close to saying
you should have gone. You could have met Shaba,
no, no, COVID,
Mr.
COVID.
Loverman.
I,
Shaba. You could have met him with Chanel
all those
B.
people in COVID, no, no, no,
Actually, yeah, that's true because it's kind of like with COVID, little they say a boat cruise is like a petri dish, pretty much. Like it's pretty bad. But I mean, when everything gets settled, hopefully, we should do something like that. Go somewhere. Because yeah, the themed cruises would be pretty cool to do.
no.
Like
Yeah, the theme cruises are really fun.
yeah. There is a concert I just looked up. I don't know. It's got like at least 6 or 7 different artists. I don't know if it was Shy. It was so many artists in Detroit. I don't know if you saw that. I just saw it. I can't remember the artists. I think it was Escape, and I don't know if it was Guy. Like there was
Oh,
just
I love
so
Escape.
many. There was at least 7 of them together. I'm like, you know what? I should just take off and drive out there and go. And I think Ohio,
We could see some love.
you might be doing Ohio, right? The meetup?
Yeah, I'm planning to go to Ohio, especially now that I'm changing jobs.
Okay.
I had a conflict with my current job,
Yeah.
but I kind of can get out of that now because I have a new job.
Okay.
'Cause
Oh,
I'm,
that's
I'm
good.
just going to let them know from day one that I have a vacation planned.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, hey, DJ Miss Tris Beats. I nearly missed that because I'm not looking at my other laptop here. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate that. I think you did a while ago, actually, 11 minutes ago. So I'm missing. That's
I
one
would
thing I
love
don't
to
like
do
about
that,
streaming.
Jay Trey. I haven't done that. I've been to both, but I haven't done the drive.
What I could probably drive to Ohio because it's really about 5 or 6 hours away from me. It's not that far. So, but I was thinking about doing Ohio. Vader Mix. He was going to open up for Monica and Tevin Campbell and all these people last year, but they canceled the show.
Mhm.
But I heard they're actually doing it in April. So when I saw that show, I'm like, oh, I got to go to that concert. Got to go to that show. So maybe I might do that, or maybe I might wait and do the Ohio meetup with you guys then. Yeah.
You should
Um,
definitely come.
yeah, I think it would be fun. It would be awesome meeting you and so many other people. uh, that's a large group too. Like,
And you can just like piggyback on with me and Jay Trey, and we'll take you everywhere.
oh,
What's
J Trey's gonna
Yeah, she's my
before
roomie.
you? Oh, is
She's
she?
my roomie.
Okay. Like, is it like on a camp in a campground or something? It's not
No, we stay. So
in a
everybody stays at a
hotel?
hotel. It's at a hotel.
Oh, I thought it was a
They
campground.
just go to like they just had a barbecue at a park for the day, like one of those
Oh,
picnic park places.
okay.
They had a
Yeah.
barbecue but there's a boat cruise. There's
Ooh, nice. I thought you were in a cabin, and I was like,
no,
not
no,
really
they're
like
in
a
they stayed
camper.
at a hotel.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
I forget what
Yeah.
hotel it is. I have reservations in my phone.
Oh, Purplelicious, you went to. You said it's wonderful. Yeah, maybe I might try to come. I think I will try to come for that, and try to link up with you guys. And I think Disco Darren said he's going to be going. There's another one this week. I think Jen was telling me in Brooklyn. So DJ P Fu and like so many people are flying out to New York this weekend to go to the meetup in New York, which would be really cool. I think you guys would have way more
I don't want to go to New
shenanigans.
York in February. Like I want
Oh,
to
well, yeah,
Miami.
that's true.
That was my that's where I want to go in February.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And how long were you gone for? Just like 3 days, like a few days?
No, I went Thursday through Monday.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll definitely look at that. So, well, I think, guys, we are going to definitely raid out because thank you so much for staying this long. Like, we've
Oh, you're
been
welcome.
online since what, like, I don't even know, actually, 7:30 or 7:40. We've been online for a good couple, like 3 hours or more. So, I'm going to let you, I don't know if you ate anything or, had anything to drink, but I'll definitely let you
I got
go.
my water.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I appreciate you. I want to say that I know I can get a little sappy, but it's true. I really do appreciate you and there's a few that consistently come to my show. Really truly appreciate that, all your support and just it's been a lot of fun, all the shenanigans and the laughter and I appreciate you get my crazy sense of humor. Well, to some, maybe not to all, but yeah, I just appreciate you having being on my show. You, Twitches, and a few are the few that like constantly come to my show. So
And like
yeah,
Jay Trey said, we like to show up and troll those who we love.
yeah, and I appreciate that, Jay Trey. And I got to come to your show more too. I think that was I didn't really see too much of your shows before or the times, so I'm going to definitely try to make more effort to come because I find
I
it
would
interesting.
appreciate that.
Yeah, even her talking about her plants, I find that interesting. Like I
Oh, I
can't
love
even,
going to her plant show.
yeah, I can't even grow a freaking
I've been
plant.
on a guest on the plant show.
Yeah.
I repotted plants with her.
Yeah, but I like it. I find it interesting, because I can't even grow anything without killing it around here. So I need to learn how to just even have like a little tiny plant that I can't even water and it still dies on me. So I'm fascinated by her being able to do that. Yeah. Oh, Roses says I love
I do
spider
the
plants.
bare minimum for my plants, and they are thriving.
Oh, yeah. There's
Yes.
barely any sunlight here where I'm at too, so I need something to grow something with no sun and no
There are
water.
plants that don't need a lot of sun.
And no water? And no
Ask
water?
Jay Trey. You have to water them. I mean, there are plants that don't need a lot of water too.
I'm curious if Jay Trey has a garden in her backyard too. Like that's what I want to. I want to actually have my own fruits and vegetables too and grow. Cal Max like go plastic. Yeah. So, anyways, make sure you guys add J Trey too. She does an awesome stream too. We got Diva929, we got Papa D Nuts, Disco Darren, so many great streamers. If you're a streamer, you could throw up a one in the chat. If you're a mod, throw up a two, and just make sure you guys add one another. But we are going to raid out. So I'm going to leave it up to you who you would like to raid into as well. And thanks, you guys, for sticking around, coming through. These were different hours
I'm
for me.
looking to see who's on, but I
Yeah,
think
no
I know where
problem.
we're gonna go.
Yeah. So I hope you guys learned something a little bit more deeper, or just something about this girl, Xtina, her background, where she came from, how she grew up, what music she's into. Hopefully, you guys learned a lot more about her than what you see. Uh, and when you see her out and about, in these Twitch streets, you guys have learned something new about her too, as well. Let's see
Thank you
here.
everybody for coming. I appreciate all your support. Come and hang out with me and learn more about me. I think we didn't even get that deep, so there's lots more to learn.
Yeah, I could definitely bring you back on my show. I wasn't sure how deep you wanted to get, so I wanted to keep it a little lighter for you. So,
I look very serious.
um,
I think we should go see the Rebel Inc.
okay, cool. Yeah, let's see. Um, I'm
She's
wondering.
been super supportive of me, so I'd like to. It was actually her stream that I reached the 1,000 followers. So
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Okay, let's see here.
go deeper, yeah. Baby daddy, my baby daddy OE.
Sometimes I feel out people if they want to, or if they don't. But this girl, Christina, is very open, I find. So yeah. Sometimes I go Barbara Walters on you guys. Sometimes
The
I
one thing
don't.
I won't do is rank things.
Like, what do you mean? Oh, like rank like shows and rank people, you
Yeah,
mean?
even if I have a favorite something, I have like 5 favorites. Like I don't like it's really hard. Like the concert thing was a little bit easy for me to do, but
Yeah.
like if you wanted me to name the top 5, I couldn't get the other 3 would be a mix of like 20. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And like I'm not I don't people are always trying to be like, oh, this is better than this or this is better than
No,
that.
I
Like
hear
this
you. Yeah.
and I don't really like to do that. I don't
No,
like
that's
to
true.
compare and
Yeah, and there's enough comparison out there, especially among streamers and on Twitch and online and on social media that yeah, I definitely don't really want to compare either. So
no.
yeah, your questions are good, or your answers were good. Let's see here.
So
Okay.
that says to quote your baby daddy, OE, go deeper because DJ OE is my ex baby daddy.
That's so funny.
Ex though, because he doesn't pay his child support to
Yeah, I
our
was
Twitch
gonna
viewers.
say, I was like, is he how many? Yeah, I can see that him being a baby daddy more than a. Anyways, I'm gonna
But
stop.
I don't actually have children, so like it's a joke.
Mhm. Okay, so I'm going to set up the rate. If you want to say a few shout outs to everyone here too, by all means, you can do that. I'm going to set up the raid right
uh,
now.
I never even said hi to you. So roses are red. Hello, hello, hello. J Trey 707. Mr. Disco Darren, my sis, DJ Mistress Beats, my other sis, Gem B 766. Papa, that's my boy. The callers 06, thank you for coming through. Why are you pouting? What did I not say? Purplelicious, thank you.
Okay, so
J Trey, I love yous.
I think I'm just starting it now. So thank you guys again joining the Honeyflow show.
Thank you,
We
Calmac.
love.
Thank you. Good to meet you.
You're much better at catching everyone than I am. I miss a
I
lot.
missed a lot too though, because I see like, and then I have to scroll back because like I see like the response.
Hmm.
I also have Twitch. I have 2 monitors. So I have Twitch up over here and StreamYard's over here. So I have both.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I think you should do a show. You're definitely, or like more
But you see, like
speaking.
when the comments, I lose my train of thought. I don't know what I'm saying.
No, not at all. Not at all. I feel like you're very, very
When the
natural.
trainmen, Hazel B.
Thanks for coming through, Hazel B. Make sure we check out her raid tomorrow, you guys, supporting all the breast cancer survivors on her dope raid train. Thank you for inviting me as well.
I will probably be able to do that because I'm in the office tomorrow and I'm
Okay,
in meetings all
awesome.
day.
Yeah,
But I
she's
will.
got a
I'll
great
pop in where I
lineup.
can. But
Yeah, definitely. Got a great lineup as well. So we're going to Rebel Inc. The Rebel Inc. I'm going to try rating like 2 more times because sometimes, I don't know, it gets missed a lot. So we're going to try that maybe 1 or 2 more times and see if this works. I
C
think we're going to go
Love,
through.
yes. My sis C Love 702. She's in Detroit, so if you go, hit her up.
Okay. I wonder if she's on a raid train. She's got a lot of people in her room. Okay, so I'm going to try raiding again. I don't know why some of these raids, a lot of people get missed. That seems to happen a lot. So we're going to try this, I think, like one or two more times. Do you know why when you raid to the next show, but then it still shows your viewers in your room? Does that actually raid?
I don't know because I never raid more than once, and I don't go back and look at my thing. Are we at the live?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to end the live right now. Okay. I'm just rating. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And yeah, and we will definitely connect soon then. All right. I'm going to end this
Absolutely.
live. Okay. Take care.
Thank
This girl.
you.
See
Bye.
ya. See ya. Take care.